Good morning. I'm Christopher Lloyd, and I'm standing here in the studios of Sirius XM Satellite Radio. It's a weekly morning, approximately 6 a.m., and this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Never before has one radio show been so extreme. So vulgar.
I'll fucking shove my face up a chick's ass in a second.
Someone said we curse a lot, do we? I have no idea if we do.
So flatulent.
Who just farted?
I did, but I didn't know it stunk.
Like rotten eggs and sewage.
Oh, wow, thank you.
I can't believe that us sitting around like this is actually a radio show. It's not going to get any better than this.
Are we on the air? Oh, we are? Oh, okay.
Quite simply, the greatest show in the history of broadcasting.
O&A every day, that's what I say.
You guys having a good time or what?
Rules are destroyed and conventions burn to the ground. Would you like to make some fucking circus? With Opie, the Destroyer.
I would eat Betty White's ass. She's 90, right?
It doesn't smell too bad.
Anthony, the Rage.
Holy fuck, how much more fair you want it? Tired of these people up my ass all the time trying to get me to help. Fuck you.
And Jim Norton, lover of the transgender.
Every time a transsexual walks in the room, party horn should go off. Like, surprise!
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Strap in, dicks. This one's gonna hurt.
Double guns, bitch.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Good morning.
Oh, hi, everyone. Hi. Oh.
Don't you panic you're gonna forget something?
What happened?
Like, you don't pack early. Like, aren't you? I would panic I was gonna forget.
I was telling Anthony, it drives everyone around me nuts. I'm going to Boston because I'm supporting Jim Norton and his special that he's taping up there. I'm going on my own dime, just like I told everybody I would. I don't need to wait around for these people.
Oh, please.
We kind of wanted to bring the show up to Boston. We thought it was a no-brainer, but they said, well, if we're doing the bus trip, we can't do both, really. So let's put all our efforts toward the bus trip. And then the bus trip was canceled or postponed. They're saying a postponement until late September or something. But at this point, we don't believe it whatsoever, so don't get excited about that. But I can't pack the night before, ever. Ever.
No?
So I think the train leaves an hour after the show is over. I will leave.
Yeah.
Not early.
Uh-huh.
I will run home. I will run around my apartment like a complete lunatic. I will pack. And I will step on that train right around, what time is it leaving, like 12 or something?
Yeah.
And I will be there.
Doesn't that make you crazy? It would make me crazy.
I can't do it the other way.
I can't do it. I panic. Like, I have to be packed the night before, have all my computers in my bag laid out.
Oh, wow.
I got to make sure and then have 95% of it done because I always forget something.
See, I'm a mixture between you two. See, I kind of pack some stuff, and then the last minute I'll throw in toiletries.
As long as I got my phone, my charger, and maybe I don't even go with a laptop a lot of times.
Oh, okay.
I've got a couple videos I want to edit on the train, so I might bring the laptop. Not that anyone cares. No, I'll run around like a lunatic.
Wow, I can't do that, man. I can't sleep knowing, like, when I like to have everything folded and ready to go, and it's not like an OCD thing. Like, I just want to make sure I'm prepared to leave for the fucking plane or whatever.
Nothing wrong with that, Jim. Nothing wrong with that.
And I can't just pick a few pieces of clothing.
What happens when you think like
I have to?
everything?
I have to. I look at every shirt, I pile them up on the bed, and then the OCD takes over because now I'm like, I like these 7 shirts, but you're only going for a day, 2 days. So then I have to narrow it down. So
and then your shoes. Do you just look at all your shoes and go, which one should I take?
Shoes. I got a pair of sneakers and a pair of fucking, it's winter boots type shit.
Yeah.
Did you ever say to yourself, I'm going to put 3 shirts? Because 3 shirts is fine. You don't know.
Yeah, but then I see that 4th shirt. I'm like, man, but I like that 4th shirt too.
But then you got to say, fuck it.
No, I know. In the end, I do.
It's all about socks and underwear.
Yeah, but I think if I do it last minute, then a lot of that shit, I don't have time to fucking let seep into my brain, I guess. Yeah. Oh, it drives everyone nuts. And now that I got a family, you can't do it that way.
No, you gotta go.
Kenny has pulled up, Kenny has dropped me off at the airport a lot of times for vacations, and he'll call and go, I'm downstairs. Excuse me. I go, Well, I've just started packing. He goes, we're leaving in 10 minutes, and it's a trip for a week.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And I've never not been there.
Yeah,
But I run around like a fucking lunatic.
Are you packed, GH?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Oh, it's such stress, dude. I can't do that.
Is it? Yeah.
It just doesn't work the other way for me. I don't know. I can't lay my shit out the night before.
I lay a
It would be
couple
nice to
things.
be here with a bag packed for Boston. It would be great.
I pack a little earlier if I'm going on a plane for some reason.
Yeah.
If it's a car trip or something, then you're just like, man.
Well, car
last
trip's
minute.
great because then, last minute I just start throwing stuff in the bag.
Yeah, that's it. You just, as you're walking out the door, you're like, oh, that.
It's not going to hurt to throw a couple more shirts in the back.
You in those shirts.
Whatever. I know.
I have a few with me, though. Dude, not just to wear for the show, but I mean, it's like regular shirts. I'm wearing this. I probably have 3
I
other
like
ones.
that
with me.
Andrew Dice Clay shirt. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I love this Dice
That
shirt.
is sweet.
Yeah.
But I always bring a couple extra ones.
But
I overpack a little.
Do you understand, like, the train is, 10, 12 blocks from here, and I have to go home to get back to this point?
Yeah,
all
yeah.
within maybe a little over an hour.
Oh, man.
But I'm completely fine with that. Completely.
Yeah. The Acela? Are you taking the Acela?
Yeah, we're doing the choo-choo this time around.
Did you do first class?
Fuck yeah.
I love how first
yeah.
class on the Acela is like any other seat, except they give you like some fucking shitty thing to eat.
Yeah, and a tray, and would you like
Yeah.
some rotted shrimp? Yeah, sure. It's delicious.
Oh, yeah, it's
The
really-
Acela shrimp is like the bottom of the shrimp totem pole.
awful.
It's terrible.
Shrimps with cancer.
I like the quiet car.
Do you like,
like
the
that,
quiet
yeah.
car?
because
Yes.
you're going to get a few Z's in. But the problem with the quiet car, they still have the announcements every fucking stop.
It should be like this. Hi, everyone. We'll be stopping in...
You can't have a quiet car if every 5 minutes, next stop, Trenton, next stop, Trenton, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You can't, there's got to be a better way to do that. Because you're the problem in the quiet car. Mm-hmm. When someone looks at you and goes, shh,
Yeah.
that's not as bad as the announcement that happens every stop and wakes you up anyway.
How about an app where it just comes up on your phone? It goes like, bing.
How about someone that just whispers?
Yeah. You want them to come by? Excuse me.
Not even just Trenton.
Willoughby. This stop's Willoughby. 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 I think I'll get off.
So I'm excited. I haven't been to Boston in a while. It'll be good to see.
Has been a while, huh?
Jim Norton. And big news in Boston. But Mayor Menino's stepping down.
Oh,
yeah?
It's a massive rumor that is completely out of control, so it's got to be true now.
Well, in a
at
few
this point.
days, I'm sure he'll...
I think he talks
might
today.
have perished in a car accident in a few days.
Oops.
Oh no, he didn't.
We started doing radio together in 94. He started as the mayor of Boston in 93.
93.
He did 20 years up there.
He was brandy new mayor when we got up there, huh?
Well, yes.
Wow.
20 fucking years.
Holy shit.
That is unbelievable. I think that's, 5 terms? Yeah, so he's going to announce, I think, today that he will not seek a 6th term.
I will not seek, nor will I accept your nomination for mayor of a 6th term.
Term of Boston.
A Boston mayor.
I'm gonna have some chowder now.
Whoa.
Well, there goes that bit.
God.
There goes that bit.
It's just horrible.
Obviously, I'm already on a train.
Yo, Chipper.
That train derailed.
It really
Let me
did.
go find my luggage and
Yes.
find a bus.
Why is he
Yikes.
stepping down? You think it's health?
I bet.
Oh, they're saying, like, ongoing health issues, I guess. It's just time. I mean, he's an old guy at this point, right?
No one really.
How old is he?
70.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. I thought he was older than that. He's only 70. That's pretty young these days.
Is he a good mayor though?
Well,
They love him up there.
Like as much as he's annoying to listen to.
I
does he
have
get
no
it-
idea. I mean, we can't get past the speech thing. I have no idea if he's a good mayor. I guess people would say he is.
Can't get past the fucking him throwing us out of fucking
Yeah.
Boston.
He's loved by the people around him.
Beloved. The beloved
Loved
mayor.
and beloved, right.
I'm sure they'll do all kinds of fucking stories about his tenure. When he was in the hospital recently, like, that just kind of went away. No one really said what it was or anything. I bet it's some kind of health issues.
A little of everything, probably.
I'm looking to live out the rest of my life out of the public sector. Yeah. Mayor Montano.
We could stay in New England because there's a school in New Hampshire. We love looking at these schools.
New Hampshire.
Got another school banning another thing that we all grew up with. Every single one of us grew up with this.
Anal warts.
Anal warts?
Oh, no. What?
And you got a school district banning this activity. Who wants to guess? If you
Jew
know.
tickling.
Every single one of us played this.
Yeah.
And I would guarantee that overwhelmingly most people loved doing this activity.
Can I guess?
And now it's being banned. Yes.
Hotfoot the retarded boy. Giving him a hotfoot to the retarded boy.
Did anyone ever really give someone a hot
Certainly did to the retarded boy.
Yes, the retarded boy.
We told him we were sending him to the moon and he would clap.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about any of this stuff.
I think this is ridiculous. It's one of those things in school that was very exciting. When you found out you were playing this in gym class.
It's a gym activity.
Yeah.
A gym act? You mean JIM? Wait.
Gym activity.
I think I know. They're banning it.
Yeah. What is it?
The fucking when you come in with trench coats and fake guns and go tat.
Holy shit!
Rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat.
But then they were fake. It was just going tat.
No, that's not banned. You could still do that.
Well, we could just play the story.
Yeah, let's hear it.
It's been a rite of passage for students for years, playing dodgeball.
Me too.
The classic gym class.
There's the answer.
Dodgeball.
There's the answer.
Very thrilling, very exciting, dangerous. The element of danger.
Danger.
It was scary.
The ball would just bounce off your stupid noggin.
Yeah.
You used to make that sound effect.
Yeah, it's hard to do on these processed mics. It had that ringing sound. Can't do it anymore.
It didn't really cause any injuries.
When you got hit in the side of the face, though, it would leave that big red fucking welt.
Sting here and there.
Yeah. They don't even use those balls anymore. Those
really?
Red ones?
No, they use like small Nerf balls.
Fucking pussies.
God,
Nerf balls?
What are we doing?
Softballs.
Those red ones. A softball. Fucking baseball.
Marbles.
Hard baseball.
Hard marbles as opposed to soft ones.
I don't know when it started because they were still using the red balls like 15 years ago.
What was wrong? So they
school.
banned the red balls how many years ago?
Last 10 years, I guess.
Yeah, wow.
What is wrong with
You know how
us?
exciting
Those
it was?
red balls
Those are
don't
fun.
start, Jimmy.
No, I'm
Those
only
red
saying,
balls were never a problem.
I loved dodgeball, but it really is like it's great if you're a jock, but if you're a dork or a fat kid or like the fucking the miscreant, your head.
You needed a target.
Your head was basically your head was a deer.
That deer with his head
Glasses. We're
exploding.
trying to knock people's glasses off.
Yeah, he's a dummy with glasses.
I was little for my age most of my schooling, and I didn't give a fuck. I got my ass handed to me in dodgeball. It was fun though.
You get those fucking guys that were able to palm the ball and do that fucking highlight throw, like their arm was a highlight and like whip. Fucking wail at you.
I fucking love dodgeball.
It was fun, yeah. Believe me, I got nailed plenty of times playing dodgeball.
When you knew you were playing dodgeball in gym, that was a good fucking hour.
It's like,
that was a good day, actually.
We were gonna go outside and do a little track and field, but of course the weather is not conducive to us going outside. Toes on the line. We're gonna be playing dodgeball today. Settle down. Toes on the line. Kumia, where's your uniform? Hey, left it at home.
I love dodgeball and floor hockey.
Yeah,
my school was big. Washington Drive School was really into floor hockey.
How much fun was it checking someone into that big accordion wall? Just fucking oscillate back and forth like a wave. Wow.
Wasn't cool for my brother Brett, the owner of F.H. Riley's in the heart of Huntington Village.
Ooh.
He snapped his fucking arm.
Did he?
On one of those accordion doors. It might have been floor hockey, too. I got to ask him. Oh, he got a good snap.
they also banned the variation of dodgeball called prison ball.
What's prison ball?
Prison ball, well, the way that we play.
The loser gets fucked in the ass.
It's also called booyah.
So you stand there with your asshole open and you try to throw a dodgeball into it and catch it. Like the reverse of a waffle. Like picture an ice cream falling out of a waffle cone if you reverse the camera angle and it went back onto it.
Yeah.
Prison ball.
Prison ball.
The way we played was, it was just like dodgeball, but we also had basketballs, and anyone that would get eliminated would go into prison. And you could shoot into the hoop, and if you got the ball in, all of your people got out of prison.
Oh.
You know what?
And would your mommy come back?
No, she would.
Oh, damn it.
No.
Just thinking it might have been.
You know what? I kind of
shoot as many baskets as I want.
She's never coming back.
Not going to happen.
Oh,
we had a
damn
variation of that. I don't remember how you got the guys out of prison, though. I don't remember shooting a hoop or something.
That's what we did.
I forgot what it was, though.
Damn. Did you kick any one of the balls?
No, I would just throw the balls at them. This is before I learned I could just do that.
See, I thought.
Let's get the dodgeball story out of the way. This is another ridiculous thing schools are doing.
Bullying, I think.
Is that what they're going to say?
Probably.
It's been a rite of passage.
But we're from the future.
Wow.
I love knowing we're from the future. Like,
well, future boy.
Well, but they think it's bullying and this and that. I'm here in the future saying that I also played dodgeball. I was a little fucker through school, so I wasn't the best at dodgeball. I got my ass handed to me, and people around me got their ass handed to me. I've talked to all my fellow students from back then because they're also in the future. No one was affected by this. No one's bothered by this.
You know why it's not bullying?
No one's scarred by this.
Not by dodgeball, no way.
Because when you played dodgeball, you wanted to get the most athletic and big kid out first, because then the team would be weaker.
You would team up on the biggest kid.
You're not trying to get the little scrawny kid out that can't throw the ball.
No, you kick his ass later.
I think I was one of the last guys remaining all the time because I wasn't a threat at first when the game started.
No worse than that big jock, though, when you fucking whale the ball at him as hard as you can, and he just goes thunk and catches it.
Right.
You're out, fucker.
Yeah,
and then he just whales one of your friends' heads right off with the fucking ball. You just.
But my point, were you scarred for life from that?
No.
Did you have any injuries that were long-lasting?
Not a tad.
Maybe there's a spin in this story. Maybe there's a reason why they're fucking banning this. No spin. Jesus. God, we're raising a whole generation of wimps.
Pussies.
It's been a rite of passage for students for years, playing dodgeball. The classic gym class game even popularized in its own movie. But dodgeball may have met its match in the form of the Windham School Board, which at this recent meeting voted 4-1 to end dodgeball and other so-called human target activities, games with names like bombardment and slaughter.
It's almost turning it into a nanny state.
The one board member who voted against banning the games says the move is way over the top.
What happens when they replace that game with something different that another group doesn't want to play? Do we eliminate that group of games?
The school district says a handful of parents had complained about bullying, that their kids were targeted during dodgeball.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on.
Why did
my son has been targeted? Oh, God.
Why did we invent that word bullying?
Bully.
We absolutely did not have that word in school.
You know what? We did have the word, but it was
I don't remember.
It was like fucking, what's his name from the Little Rascals? Butch.
Right.
Butch from the Little Rascals was a bully. He'd go around and punch people and threaten people. That's a bully. Fucking playing dodgeball or telling a joke in school. That's not bullying. Stop it. Stop it.
So a couple parents. Once again, the minority gets something done.
Yeah.
Why is it always the minority? Why can't the rest of the parents go, well, tough shit. We don't see anything wrong with dodgeball.
Yeah.
Why is it the minority that gets the big voice?
It's apathy.
People never never say what they like. They only say like but they're more verbal what they don't like.
Yeah.
So it's like with this EMT guy, Timothy Doulis.
Yeah.
If everyone who didn't want him fired and said, look, this guy kind of saves lives, he just wanted to tell some dirty jokes, called up, outraged that they might fire this guy, they wouldn't fire him.
Yeah.
People who say you care about this guy, call up and defend him. But they're not going to do that because people are busy working and, dealing with their wives and their kids.
I'm very busy today.
Only people who are angry are driven to act.
It just seems very logical to ignore the minority in these situations. Like, we got in the most trouble in radio because of the minority.
Yeah.
Those special interest groups.
Well, believe me,
and most of the special interest
minority
groups don't even listen to the show to begin with.
Yeah.
So you're not even hearing the voice of the people that actually listen to the show.
Yeah. That's fucking ridiculous.
That their kids were targeted during dodgeball. The district then studied the issue, and a special committee recommended the games be balanced.
A committee.
I think they're really fun because, they're just softballs, so it doesn't hurt
across
if it
your nose.
hits you.
The new policy goes into effect immediately, and the school district is still researching alternative activities that still use the same sort of physical exercise.
Come on.
God,
Stop. What kind of competitive game? Anything that's competitive can be called bullying by these people. Any competitive activity is bullying because there's going to be people that are better than other people at it.
Right.
So the people that aren't as good are going to say like, oh, fuck, I suck at this. They cry to their parents. And then the parents bitch that it's bullying or something.
My son was it too many times in tag.
Yes. He doesn't like being it.
Well, I mean, Ann makes a good point. There always has been bullying, but we didn't throw that word around like they do now in schools. And now the definition of the word bully and bullying has expanded to a point that it's ridiculous.
There are people that just try to think up what is bullying.
Well, dodgeball officially is bullying in that school district.
But then you've got to wonder, how much this is the kid or the parent, because I can just see, a kid saying, oh, yeah, I got knocked out a couple times in dodgeball, and then the parent saying, oh, you got eliminated more than once?
Oh, that's bullying.
You were bullied.
So, well, they don't think logically in schools these days, but wouldn't you go to these parents and go, well, if you don't want your kid participating in dodgeball, that's totally fine with us.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And you'd have a couple kids, those weird kids, that had to walk out of the room during the Pledge of Allegiance. Those weirdos.
My parents don't agree with this. So,
you just set up your kid for a lot of abuse when that kid had to raise his hand. Oh, that's right. Okay, well, you can remove yourself.
I'm a Jehovah's Witness.
Right.
And we don't believe in that. My parents are Jehovah's Witnesses, which pretty much makes me a Jehovah's Witness.
I don't know. I have a dodgeball story where it made me a better man. You want to go there?
A better man.
Well, you know what it was? I know the story. He knocked the kid out of a wheelchair, and he just felt confident to do anything at that point.
Let's say hi to Andrew in Tennessee. Andrew.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Andrew?
Never mind. I used to be probably about 50 pounds back in elementary school. I used to get picked on a lot. I used to get targeted all the time or bullied. I ended up started lifting weights and started picking on those kids that picked on me whenever I got big.
That's good. You fucking get bigger, and then you bully the smaller kids. You know, shit rolls downhill. You got to fuck with them back, right?
Well,
yes.
That's right.
What? It's terrible.
All right, that's an amazing story.
It's just a whirlwind story of
terrific.
Tragedy to triumph.
And triumph, yes.
Right there. We just heard it firsthand. I'm going to remember where I was when.
Right. First time I've heard that.
Yeah.
Someone that got bullied, then, gets big. And
all of a sudden, he read the ad in the back of the fucking comic book.
Yeah.
He was Mac. He was being bullied on the beach.
Was it Mac?
Mac was the guy who kicked sand in his face.
Oh, yeah, in front of his chick.
Yeah, he's laying there with his girl, and Mac comes over and just kicks sand in his face and gets it all over his pineapple.
Nowadays, you don't hit the gym. You pull out your fucking gun, you shoot him in the head.
Yep. Glock,
right?
Bitch. Right.
Exactly. You can't exclude someone or else that's bullying. So remember when I said if you don't want your kid doing the dodgeball?
Oh, exclusion.
So now that's a form of bullying as well, I guess.
Right.
What a nightmare. What a nightmare. Because I know there's teachers out there, we hear from them all the time. They don't want to deal with this crap.
No.
They know it's nonsense and bullshit. But the other parents have to get involved.
Yeah.
Parents in that district should say, all right, what the fuck are we doing? Really? We're banning dodgeball now?
And what do they replace it with?
And Travis said the balls, they already, went, they don't use the big red balls anymore.
No, little soft Nerfs. That's fucked. Yeah.
So stupid.
I used to. I have fond memories of the old dodgeball.
You know what? I have memories too, because this guy's saying they used to play bombardment with basketballs. We used to play with any fucking ball we could find.
Oh shit!
Especially when the gym teacher, who didn't give a fuck,
fucking,
because he's a failed athlete, he would go into his office in the middle of a dodgeball game, and we would pick up whatever the fuck we could find.
A fucking globe from from fucking history class.
Right.
I lob a globe at someone's head.
He would peek out every once in a while with his coffee. And
make sure.
And there was something in that coffee because he was miserable.
There was I guess
the dodgeball?
Oh man, that's nothing.
What is this from?
Retarded.
It's from the new story.
That you played. That's not a dodgeball.
Oh my god,
it's like a big orange.
Yeah, my kid plays with that. That's how safe it is. He's not even 3.
There was a game called Animal
like a large
Ball
orange.
we played Animal Ball, and it was dodgeball, but it was in it was like everyone went down into the basement where the steam pipes were for the school and shit, and it was this room that I guess it was used for wrestling, and there was mats on the floor and the walls. So it was like this weird version of dodgeball where, I don't know, you had like a corner. It was like catty corner fucking, so someone could be next to you and hit you in the side of the head.
Sounds like a teacher was covering up something.
Yeah, something.
That room used to be used for something else.
Yeah.
Someone found out, and he goes, no, actually, we come down here and play dodgeball.
When you had a run, like they'd put the dodgeball in the middle, and blow the whistle, and you'd have to run to get it.
Right.
And if you were the guy that got close but didn't get the ball, you got fucked. Because that means you're right there for the guy that got the ball to just fucking nail you at point blank. Yeah. Dodgeball was fun. Come on. Fucking pussies.
Yeah, but the kids that might not be good at dodgeball, maybe they're the math. Maybe they're kids.
Maybe you could be a mathlete.
But then is that bad?
Mathlete.
But if you're a mathlete,
yeah.
But that means other kids aren't good at math. Is that going to be a problem next?
I'm in the science club.
Is that bullying because you're better at math than someone else? You might say, well, you might say that's outrageous, is it?
My son is horrible at the long division.
So we don't want long division in the school anymore.
The long division. Long division.
It's all nonsense.
It is all nonsense. Had it with school. I'm not going back.
And the phones were lit, but whatever. It's the same story.
Does anybody agree with the ban on the phones?
No, that's the problem. No. So the teachers, the parents have to get together and go, look, what the fuck you doing? This is stupid. Why do they always have Jay Moore on Imus? They
always have this clip of Jay on Imus.
He's always on Imus.
He's always on Imus.
He's either always on or they always replay him because it looks the same. He's got that
I think
beard
that's all. He must have had an amazing appearance. They play it all the time.
Yeah. Play that Jay Moore again. I like him.
We used to play a game called Smear the Queer. Well, yeah, but
Smear the Queer, right?
But
kill the guy with the ball.
Yeah, but it wasn't. That game wasn't sanctioned by the school.
No,
that was as you were waiting for the buses.
Yeah.
See, in the old days, when you were waiting for the buses, you could run willy-nilly wherever the fuck you wanted.
Yeah.
And we would get a quick game of Smear the Queer in. And we called it Smear the Queer at Washington Drive School.
Yeah.
Remember that game? Kiss where the pee comes out.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, you jump up and down, yell, yay! And you kiss where the pee comes out. The boys and girls, it's in the same area. What do we do, Uncle Paul? We have time, it's rainy. Jump up and down, I'll show you, yay!
Fuck.
That's where the pee comes out. And you sing. That's where the pee comes out.
Jimmy has different memories than us. It's very strange.
You're a creep. Right. It's such a creepy thing.
We're looking back fondly, and he's got very different memories of growing up than
I don't like dodgeball.
No?
No, everybody throws it at you when you're walking home. Orange Crush cans. Hey, molester. Hey, pedophile. Bullying.
Yeah, that
bullied.
is bullying. They should leave you alone.
Sure.
But Smear the Queer was great because it was a football. Whoever had the football, you had to fucking tackle.
Yeah.
And you either were really brave and took your beating, or if you were me, when they got too close, you fucking panicked and threw the ball in the air.
Was that what you did?
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, that was fun. Kill the guy with the ball was just pretty much, same thing. It's it's football with the football and the tackling and stuff, but there's no rhyme or reason or score to it.
No.
You just, whoever had the ball, you would kill the guy with the ball.
And that guy would run his ass off.
Yeah.
But you would get him eventually.
What's like the motivation to hold on to the ball at that point? Like, there's no scoring.
Well,
it's stupid.
Chris Gates, one of the guys I grew up with, he was an animal at that.
Yeah?
Oh, he loved having the ball. He actually walked on to the Jets and almost made the team.
Really?
Yeah.
A walk-on.
But he threw the ball at somebody's helmet, and they're like, that's wrong.
Yeah, you don't do that.
He threw it at the center. Hit him in the back. You're out.
Chris Gates was one of our, he was like probably right up there as far as athletes go, and he loved having the ball. And
he was your version of Boomer.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck that he got his ass handed to him in the end. But he would throw stiff arms and everything.
Oh, really?
Oh, trying to get him down was a nightmare.
Doing that Heisman Trophy stance?
Oh, fuck yeah. He would take guys out with him. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He'd throw elbows, whatever it took.
Fun to watch.
I don't know why I remember that, but I certainly do. And then I remember he had a fist fight with a girl once, too.
Ooh.
I wonder if he remembers that in the schoolyard.
Off a fist fight with a girl.
First time I ever saw a guy duke it out with a girl.
Did he clock her in the fucking face or something?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe he doesn't want me saying this. But
really?
This goes back a few years.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking Washington Drive School. You know, you're, 12 when you get out of there. So.
Yeah.
But he fucking duked it out. I remember this bra was pretty big, too. And I do remember the time. I remember it was so wrong to see.
Yeah.
But I also remember thinking, yeah, she kind of
deserved that shit.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I absolutely.
Okay. Because it's so wrong to hit a woman.
Yeah, well, I did once, so.
Yeah.
I fucking clocked it with that fucking branch. I fucking picked up a...
How old were you?
Oh, God.
36.
I was probably... I think I was 7. And this girl's name...
7, you're kind of the same sex still.
Yeah, but she was old. She was older.
All right.
She had, like, tits on her.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. I think her name was Rosalie.
Rosalie?
Yeah, Rosalie.
How old are you that you lived through a time where people were called Rosalie?
Her name was Mildred. Yeah, Rosalie.
Rosalie.
In Central Islip. And this was, of course, some more of fine guidance from my dad. He told me one day that if anybody fucks with you, and they're bigger than you, you pick up the biggest stick you could find and just bash them with it. I'm like, all right, Dad, that sounds good. And, of course, no more than 20 minutes later, I had the opportunity.
Wow.
Yeah, go figure.
What are the odds?
Well, Rosalie was the fucking apartment complex's bully. She really was. She would just go around and fucking push kids down and shit like that. How old was she? She was probably 12.
And you were 7.
And I was 7, yeah. And
that's intimidating, though.
And she was, yeah. She started having, like, tits. It was like, uh-oh, she's a woman. Yeah. So, she was giving me some shit. I don't even think she touched me. Right. I think she just said something. You know, hey, come here, you fucking baby. So I was like, oh, so I picked up a big stick, and she had her back turned. I hit her in the back, right between the shoulder blades, with a big stick.
Did she leave you alone after that?
No, I remember her falling on the ground and crying. She started crying, and I felt bad. And then my dad smacked me for hitting a girl. I said, but you said you don't hit a girl.
Then he did the same thing.
Yeah, and I was crying, of course.
He yelled, don't hit a girl.
You don't hit a girl. I didn't mean a girl. He was like pissed.
Your dad confused the hell out of you.
It's like, how about some stipulations, you motherfucker?
Sure.
You can't just tell me to hit somebody with a stick and don't put fucking...
That's funny.
You know, it's like the monkey paw fucking wish thing. You got to be specific. It's like making a deal with the devil.
That's funny.
My dad wasn't very good with the specifics.
Sure.
You know, so, yeah, I hit Rosalie in the back. Fucking bitch.
That's really
that
funny.
Rosalie.
Well, so they're banning dodgeball in New Hampshire, and it leads to our next story, which is similar. They changed the Miami Dolphins logo.
You see that thing?
Why did they do that?
Well,
you know what? Last?
I think you could figure... You haven't read the story yet?
No.
Okay.
I've seen the new logo.
And you could figure it out. I only learned about this when, I walked in here and the TVs were on, and we figured it out immediately, me and Aunt.
Let me look at it.
Immediately.
Travis is over there having a good time looking at football stuff.
I know, right, Trav? What are you doing there?
I hate Deadspins.
Oh, boy, yeah.
By the way, the Miami Heat lost, so their streak is over.
That's it, huh? Everybody started talking about it, and they fucking jinxed them.
As Travis finds the logo, but yeah, the Heat are done as far as their streak.
That's, whoa. What the hell's going on there?
So
why are they zooming in on the old one?
It's just a GIF. Don't.
Ooh, I like a good GIF.
I like the one that's like that just keeps coming at you.
Well, let me see. Is there one of the old one I can see? Because
David Hasselhoff.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Figure it out, Jimmy.
Oh, look at that.
Well, the football helmet on the old one, they removed.
It just looks silly, by the way. A dolphin wearing a football helmet looks silly.
It's dumb. It doesn't have anything to do with.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks
looking.
But everyone in Miami, they're used to this logo, and if you're going to change the logo, then why wouldn't you go for something drastically different? That's why it's so easy to figure this out, because it's a very similar logo.
It's because
they made some subtle changes.
Is it because people complained about the football helmet on the dolphin, like dolphin exploitation? I mean, I can imagine why they would do that.
I think you're sort of onto it. What? You're sort of onto it, because the old logo.
He looks mean.
You got the football helmet on the dolphin, which is basically, dance for me, motherfucker. And it looks like he's jumping through a hoop.
Yeah.
And the new logo makes the dolphin look like, hey, man, I'm just fucking in the ocean,
He's just launching himself.
Yeah, chilling out, jumping some waves. And now the thing that used to look like a hoop now is the sun.
Or are they just saying... Now, I don't remember hearing any complaints or pressure on the Dolphins.
There's never complaints. That's the problem. Somebody overthinking it.
Maybe they just thought they needed a new look or something.
A change, or maybe they thought this is awful and childish, and they want to get new marketing.
Bill Burr was great. He said it looks like some fucking corporate logo for a corporation that wants to look like they're environmentally friendly.
There you go.
It does. It's like
that's exactly what you're talking about.
It's a little generic. It's fucking.
It's to make more money, because now people will buy all these new logos.
Very good.
And they'll make money.
You should have a new logo for every day, so people have to buy it.
Well, that's why baseball teams will wear the throwback uniforms. It's so you buy them. It's a marketing thing. It just makes the money for the team.
I love that the Redskins are hanging in there. There was a story last week. Again, they're pressuring the hell out of them to change that logo, and they're like, "No, man, this is based on our history."
I can understand. I disagree with. Yeah.
I can understand a new team or some expansion team not going with some offensive name. But to change names that are already out there and have been out there for years and years, it's just silly.
It's the one politically correct thing I actually agree with.
Really?
The Indians explained themselves, and they were right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Redskins was a pile of dead Indian body. Like, you can't do Chinese accents on the radio. You imagine if you had a slaughtered Chinese, whatever, what say they were called Chinks. Imagine calling a team the Chinks. That literally is the equivalent of that.
We're gonna
Redskins.
Get a shirt.
With fucking bodies.
Jersey. I want a Chinks jersey.
Even though I agree with, hey, look, the name has been there for a long time. But then the other answer is, sometimes...
But this political correctness is getting so out of control that I think you got to fight at every turn, because they're just continuing to push forward.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with all the bullshit victories. Like, that's actually something when I heard them explain themselves, I told you one time, it changed the way I felt about it forever. They weren't maniacs about it, and they were like, how would anybody feel?
I think it's ridiculous, because I honestly think it shows Indians as being in a powerful light. It shows them as being very strong and conquering and things, even though, they got their asses handed to them. But it's you want your team to be something strong.
Call it the Bucks. Call it the Bucks and have a black slave there who's strong.
There you go.
But they, you know what I mean? They wouldn't dare. Let the Redskins do something else politically incorrect with a group that doesn't have the lobby power the American Indians do.
Well, I mean, they all went for kind of warrior type names.
Yeah, right. Warriors. See?
Yeah, Braves.
Do you feel, I was going to ask, do you feel that way about the Braves and the Indians as well, and like Chief Nakahoma?
It's fucking
Chief Nakahoma.
That's the only group that's getting cartooned. Like that it's the
right,
fucking...
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't like it.
But what's so bad about that?
Because it's obvious nobody...
so bad about
if it wasn't... Every team would be doing it if it wasn't bad. Like... They know they cannot fuck with Jews. They know they cannot fuck with blacks. They know they cannot fuck with gays. Hey, the fucking show like a macho man, like the fucking stereotypical gay. They wouldn't fucking dare. They wouldn't
Prisses.
fucking dare show a shirt like that. So they're not just being brave.
The fucking Detroit sissies.
Yeah, well,
that'd
but you
be
know what I mean?
great.
When they were coming up with all these teams, they didn't look at gays as being strong whatsoever, so they would have never named their team that way.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
They were looking for strong names for the time.
Right.
You know, our thinking has, obviously changed over the years.
The
But that's
Fighting
why they
Irish-
didn't go there.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Fighting Irish is different. The Irish haven't complained. It doesn't.
Yeah, the little fucking leprechaun putting his fists up.
I agree, but
Yeah, but I think the Irish at this point are sick of everyone thinking all they do is drink and fight, though.
Maybe.
They do.
Maybe.
But that's what they do.
They haven't gotten trampled here either.
Yeah?
This is the one
the
issue
Irish
I agree
definitely got shit on.
No, but I mean, not
here
like
in the
American
United
Indians.
States.
The Irish
not
had
like the
some tough
American
times, man. The Irish had some real hard times.
Yeah, they were
True.
treated like fucking pieces of shit when they got here.
The Braves still do that.
I know they do,
chop.
but again-
so you are right in that, like, we don't really seem to care what they think.
We don't give a fuck. And we wouldn't do it to. And if we were doing it to every group
you're right.
and going, you know what, we're having a good time. Fuck it. The blacks get offended. We'll deal. No, these cocksucker teams do nothing but buckle to pressure and try to behave politely and not get anybody in trouble. But man, this issue, this one issue, because the American Indians don't have the voice that like black groups do or fucking all these other groups do.
They don't have the voice. Look at their fucking casinos, man.
That's
they're
true.
They're making a nice living.
No, but they don't have the fucking. They obviously don't have the voice to get
They
this
got their
changed.
own fucking laws.
No one gives a fuck
honestly,
about them.
I still think, even though it's cartoonish and everything like that, I still think it's complimentary that they're that sports teams would use Indians as logos and shit like that. I really think it is.
It says we don't take you as fucking seriously, and I'm not being PC.
I don't think it says that at all.
But they feel it does. They think like picture your religion. Like the Braves and all that shit. That's our religion. Like, try that with another religion. Do that with Muslims or fucking Catholics or fucking anybody. They're acknowledging Wiccans now in colleges. Like, it's the only group that gets shit on like that. I don't know. It just drives me crazy because people, if we had balls as a country and did it to everyone, and said, yeah, we do the Jews, we do the blacks, we do everyone. I would agree with you guys 100%.
We're just heading toward an extremely bland society.
We're just going to have to agree that the Indians can go fuck themselves.
I don't agree. I just feel bad for them, I really do.
Do you?
Yeah, because they were part of, like...
They should have just been smarter back then.
Yeah, really.
They kind of
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Jesus.
They believed.
They didn't make
They
good
really
decisions. I'll take that.
they bought it hook, line, and sinker.
really
huh?
bought in.
Yeah, just move a little further west. We're coming in. We'll leave you alone.
Hey, I think this is a good thing for us.
Yeah. No, we'll leave some buffalo for you. Don't worry. Now, that train coming through ain't going to affect your lifestyle whatsoever. Don't worry about it.
They were too trusting.
They really were.
That's what I've learned. Can't be that trusting.
They were very, very warlike with each other,
Yeah,
too.
of
Like,
course.
everyone thinks that the white man came in and really wiped out this peaceful... wiped out this peaceful India. Those tribes were killing the fuck out of each other.
I'm not
it was
disagreeing with that.
fantastic. Yeah.
But, I just... It's something about it bugs me because it's the only group. And
Yeah.
hey, if we want to be a ballsy country, then you want to be ballsy, then do it to every group.
I just like when we push back as far as special interest groups go.
Yeah.
I love it.
Did you like F-Troop?
Because it's extremely rare that someone actually stands their ground.
Yeah. The Hokawi Indians?
Their history is the Redskins. I mean, they didn't name their team after blacks or a religious group or something like that.
The story you're talking about from last week, there's a bill in the House that would ban...
Hello, Bill!
It would ban trademarking the term Redskins.
Yeah.
So the Redskins could still use that name, but they wouldn't have, like, the market...
So anyone can start making Redskins?
Anyone can start making
That's
Redskins.
bullshit. I see that. I don't
Crazy.
agree with. You can't bully that. Like, you can't make them change. But like, they changed the name Washington Bullets because so many fucking people getting shot in D.C.
Right, they shouldn't have.
But I mean,
They
that's
shouldn't have changed that either.
Where's all this bravery from other teams? Where's all the fucking bravery?
They shouldn't have changed that either. They were the Baltimore Bullets way back in the day, right? Then the Washington Bullets. What are they now? I forget. Washington Wizards? Because
Wizards.
then they turn around and come up with a dumb name.
That's a grand name.
Oh, it's horrible.
See what I did?
And then they turn around and they make a fortune off of, retro and vintage Washington Bullet shirts.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, I've said it a few times over the last few years. My father-in-law is a huge Dolphins fan. He hates the new logo. He's like, what the fuck? Why would you change it after 45 years?
Did they say why they did it? What was their reason that the team gave?
It looks like,
Probably just
they're
update.
making the dolphin look cooler.
I bet it's just an update.
And that the dolphin's not there for our amusement. You don't put a fucking little helmet on a dolphin and make him jump through a hoop like you see at SeaWorld.
It's adorable.
That's kind of like a SeaWorld thing on the right. Yeah. Now it's like, look how cool the dolphin is.
They're rebranding the
He's
team.
empowered.
Yeah, you empowered the dolphin.
Dolphin's empowered.
The old logo has
That's
been around
some PC
since
shit.
95.
No one's going to admit it, but that's some PC shit going down right there.
I think it's dangerous, too, because he has no face guard on that helmet.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
95?
Can't with that stupid bottlenose.
This logo that they changed it from has been around since 95.
Wait, what was the one before that? I thought that was the old one.
Go back, Travis. Let's see what it was
Apparently,
before that.
The new logo uses the true aqua and orange that were part of the first 29 years.
Okay.
Wait, what was the first logo?
I'm going to find it.
Okay. Let's find that first logo.
Why don't they stop changing the fucking logo? It's just stupid.
Damn. Oh, well, that looks like a fucking...
they just made the dolphin look...
looks like horrible clip art.
Yeah, they just had a horrible artist back then.
That's terrible.
Okay, it's pretty much the same logo. They just made it stand out better.
Yeah.
That's why I never noticed the change.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much the same logo.
What's on the side of the helmet? Was that on the side of the helmet? What's on the side of the helmet for Dolphins?
M.
Oh, they couldn't even
No,
make...
I don't mean in the logo. I mean on the actual players. Yeah. Oh, okay. It is that logo.
Yeah, it is.
So they're going to put the new logo on the side of the helmets. And
yeah.
All right.
Making money.
How about that?
I think it's a little more than that. They know that you change the logo, you certainly make a shitload of money, but somebody's overthinking it in the front office. Somebody was bothered by the fact that, dolphins are being mistreated.
Their stupid bottlenose.
And then you got a logo that kind of shows that they're being mistreated.
Grab that thing.
Ooh, Dan Marino weighs in on new logo.
Oh, does he like it?
It would be funny if he unleashed a tirade. You know what? This is a cunt logo.
What did Marino say?
I don't know. Every time I click on it, it doesn't open.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Here we go.
All right. You got a quick quote from Marino?
What did you say, Dan?
Saw the new Dolphins logo, followed the development stage, and now it's great to see the finished product.
Oh, he's probably
God.
in. Hey,
company man.
Let's ask Dan what he thinks.
Hashtag 13 approved.
What?
That was his number.
That's his
okay.
Oh, God, he's a company man. So.
He is.
Of course he is.
Dan, what do you think of the new logo? I think it's fantastic.
Hey, we got to look up the Wait, this guy's got something. Hold on a minute. Matt in Illinois. Matt?
Yeah, I'm from a city called Pekin, Illinois, and we were called the Pekin Chiefs.
Yeah, what are you looking out the door? Sorry.
Looking out the door.
You missed and what was the punchline there, Matt?
We were called the Pekin Chinks until the mid or late 70s, and they changed to the Dragon.
Come on, really?
Yeah.
So, Jimmy, there were teams named after some other shit.
Yeah, then they changed
Wait,
it. Sure.
is this true?
Yes, it is.
I believe Matt, but I just want to back it up here. I want to see the actual logo.
Back that shit up.
That's a liar.
Fighting
whites. Boost the Chinks. Wow, that's
what
fucked up.
sport was this in?
What sport? What sport did the Chinks play?
It was just a high school team, so everyone...
High school team were named the
basketball,
Chinks.
football.
Holy fuck. There you go, Jimmy.
Yeah, well, but they changed it. That's great to know.
But then
that
it's the Dragons. Ugh.
But we look at Chinks, right? We hear that, we go, how the fuck? Look at the disbelief on everybody's, what? The Chinks? Like, people can't believe they would have called a team that.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Asians get that respect.
I guess we're just used to the
Yeah.
Indian
Do you know what their roller
names.
skating arena was called?
What?
No.
The Chink Rink.
The Chink Rink?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Was that from Chinese people, or was that based on something else? Like a nickname for something else?
Was it did you have Asians in your school there, Matt?
No, it's a pretty white town.
Yeah.
It's changed over the years, but back then, I think there was kind of... people didn't want to change the name when they were trying to change it, but they eventually did.
Yeah, because it's, tradition and stuff.
My grandfather used to call Chinese food Chinks all the time. And it wasn't being ironic or funny or anything. He's like, yeah, let's get us some Chinks tonight. Francis, get us some Chinks.
Really?
Yeah, and then we'd eat Chinks. And as a kid, I remember saying that, too. Like, oh, cool, we're getting Chinks. And, you get your chicken chow mein and stuff. Grandpa used to love saying Chinks.
Wow.
You say a lot of other things, too, let me tell you. When we went to the track, oh, boy, did he not like some of them jockeys.
Yeah, I mean...
He called them little monkey all the time.
Really?
Yeah, the jockeys. It's like, that little fucking monkey. Wow. I go, oh, man, Grandpa. And then we'd yell at me for putting my feet up on the seat.
He would yell at you, too?
I was constantly being yelled at as a child. Fuck. Holy shit.
White man come. White man come. Can we play it into break? E-Rock.
Run to the
What?
I don't know that song.
What?
You don't know Run to the Hills?
Oh, my God.
I have no idea.
But
no?
You know what? You're in good company because Eddie Trunk didn't like that song either.
I didn't put it on his fucking
I don't think
list
he put it on his top 5. I loved that day with Jay Moore.
Oh, man.
Oh, and Eddie Trunk was here. He was trying to defend himself. It's like, look, if you do the top 5 Iron Maiden songs, you just have to put Run to the Hills on there.
Got to.
I'm sorry. You just have to.
Have to.
You got it now? All right, we're going to break with this.
Yeah.
And we're playing this out today.
Oh, yeah.
Who's got the ramp for this? You got it, Ed? You got it? Try it.
No,
Try
I
it.
don't.
No, Jimmy, you got it?
I do. You know, this was a great song.
Why is he fading it down?
What are you doing?
God!
Oh,
so we could hear
my God.
So we could hear you.
We heard him fine.
So we could hear him. Is that what they do when they fucking talk up a song, E-Rock? You've been in radio forever.
Compression that drops the song while the jock talks.
Whoa!
You're
compression.
You're going to lose
Stop.
this one. It was so low.
Yeah.
Do it again. Put it louder.
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Here comes the song. You know, this was written by Bruce Dickinson.
Oh.
This was after Paul Di'Anno left. He went to do something else. If you remember, Murders on the Rue Morgue was his. But this is one about the American Indians that they sing.
Then he's very angry.
He killed our tribes. He killed our creed. He took our game for his own need. We fought him hard. We fought him well. Out on the plains, we gave him hell. But when it came, so much for free. Oh, will we ever be set free? Riding through those
XM.
Are you a woman and looking to get off? Then call the Jim Norton Phone Sex Hotline.
I'll talk dirty to you.
I don't think you could either.
No, you're wrong, sweetie. I'll talk dirty to you well.
Jim will personally guide you through your wildest fantasies. Just take a listen.
All right, I want you to picture yourself, you're lying back, and I'm there with you. And then I take my underpants off. I want to hold your legs open and tease your thighs.
Getting wet?
And I start to lick all the way away from your crotch to tease you. And I start licking down towards your knee.
Prepare to be ravaged.
I'm going to rub my butt right in your vagina. And I'm going to start to turtle into it. I'm going to hang half a log out. And I'm going to like hold it with my butt cheeks. And then I'm going to fuck you with my poop for a few seconds. And I'm going to grunt as I put it in like this.
Want more? Call 1-800-VAG-POOP.
The Opie and Anthony Network brings you the hottest new primetime dating game show. Presenting Unmatchables, where two completely incompatible people are locked in a room and forced to make awkward conversation.
How old are you? Did it say that?
I'm almost 30.
You're almost 30. Well, you look very good. You look very pretty.
Watch the season premiere as Australian comedian and drunkard Jim Jeffries attempts to seduce American adult starlet Justine Jolie.
Hey, you'll learn to love me. Over time, you will love me.
Will Justine be impressed by Jim's plush living arrangements?
I have a studio flat in LA, which has a pungent smell that I can't find. But I'm going to endeavor to find that, and then you'll get quite the raping.
Wow.
That was a joke. Come on. That was funny. Look, I've got a little accent.
Will Jim be able to woo Justine with his thoughts of romance?
I don't like kissing girls, right? I used to like kissing girls when I was like 14 or 15, but then after I got my dick sucked, I was over kissing. Kissing is now a dead zone for me.
That's really unfortunate, because that's one of the main things that I really enjoy about a man.
Or his thoughts on making love.
I'd rather have a threesome that involves a guy and a girl, because I like seeing the cock going into her mouth as I'm fucking her. I just like seeing a girl being degraded, you know.
Oh, degraded. Oh, he stopped himself before he said it.
I said degraded, you slut.
Can Jim Jeffries turn it all around?
I love you, and I mean that. I love you. I've never been in love before.
Probably not.
I would eat your poo.
That's a good thing, Jim.
It's not a good thing for you.
No, but it would be hilarious to fucking watch.
I'm going to dig it out with a knife.
Find out just how incompatible these two are.
Why does she hate me so much?
I don't hate you.
I'm just having fun.
On the latest, greatest late-night dating game show only on the Opie and Anthony Network, Unmatchables.
Yeah, always sexual tension with me and the guests, man.
Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Who's this? Madonna, I guess.
Didn't this chick used to be famous or something?
The Gaga. The Gaga is 27 today. We're not doing Lady Gaga Day. No fucking way.
I thought she was older.
Yeah, she looks older than 27. Yeah. Certainly does.
What's she up to these days?
She's got a hip surgery. She's
hip replacement surgery?
At 27?
Ugh, God, look at these. Ugh.
What happened?
I don't know. That gay marriage thing. Yeah, I don't care. Go ahead, get married. But they're showing like clips of people getting married. Wow. It's not like the movies, those lesbians.
No.
Fucking A. Baroozers.
They get right in there.
Baroozers.
They know how to get right in there.
Yes, they do.
Get things done.
Yes, they do.
Oh, my God.
What do you think they're going to do? I mean, now it looks like they might fucking knock it down. Or do something saying that you can't.
They're not going to touch it. They're going to let the states decide, I think.
I don't know about that.
Defensive Marriage Act.
Slowly but surely.
That's ridiculous.
That Defensive Marriage Act is fucking enraging.
We're defending marriage. Who cares?
Kennedy's the fucking deciding vote. And
Kennedy.
They said he's been asking questions like, it looks like the liberals on the court, who I agree with on this, are fucking, I forget what they were asking. Oh, you know, Ruth Ginsburg said something. That was, she said, well, it's kind of like you've defined it as real marriage and then skim milk marriage.
Right.
Like gays get a skim milk marriage.
Right.
Like, you know, just another fucking, people want what they want protected, but, you know, fuck the next person.
Oh, my God, my favorite
I think it's just semantics.
Keep quiet.
Who's that?
That's Brianna Keeler on CNN.
She's wearing a nice Burberry jacket, it looks like.
She's all right, man.
Well,
she's
class.
all right.
It's all class.
Masked Sexual Flavors is the new way to foreplay, available in 4 tantalizing flavors. These oral gel strips will be the spark to light your bedroom flame.
Wow.
Visit sexualflavors.com to purchase or find a retailer near you. I know we're moving on, but I'm hearing from all my old pals today, and Buzzy just checked in. And he's got kids now, lots of them. And he goes, do you remember East High School in Rochester? I do not. I was up there for 3 years. I don't remember East High School in Rochester. They were called the Orientals.
Well, the Orientals.
Can you look that up? East High School in Rochester. They used to be called the Orientals. And they changed their name a while ago. Because Jimmy was saying, why haven't they named,
Or no, I'm not surprised about that, but I'm saying why aren't they now?
I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that they ever went there.
I didn't know it, but it's not surprising.
But they were called the Orientals. And then he writes, my kids can no longer refer to those fuzz-covered wires in school as pipe cleaners. We all remember those as pipe cleaners, right?
Yeah, you'd use them for little art projects.
They're now called... do you say Chamille? Chamille? Is that Chamille?
Chemile.
Chemile.
Double A, yeah.
Chemile?
Yes, the double L's.
Chemile.
Chemille.
Oh, all right.
It's Chemile.
I might have to go back to school.
I think Jimmy's lying.
Jimmy's so happy.
I made it up.
You got me so bad.
Apparently, because
but they're called Chamille sticks. 2PC, he writes in huge capital letters. Because pipe cleaners. I remember pipe cleaners like anyone else. I never thought of it.
I guess because
I never thought about
smoking.
it deeply. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was pipe cleaning, like cleaning someone's pipes means you fuck them.
Yeah, but
maybe because it has a sexual connotation.
A pipe cleaner.
They're just overthinking it.
It's a smoking thing, definitely. But they don't want any reference to any smoking devices.
Oh,
but
pipe cleaner.
But no one ever really thought of it like that. You just knew them as pipe cleaners.
Dude, I always thought of pipes in the drain. I never thought of smoking pipes.
No, it was for a pipe. You would fucking clean out all the shit in there. Yeah. The pipe really kind of lost its popularity over the years, hasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, I do remember grandpa and shit like that, smoking a pipe around the house.
Oh, go down to Brooklyn, man.
Yeah, they still smoking the pipe?
Yeah, the hipsters.
I bet
all about the
I was
pipe.
just going to say, okay, hipsters, but they're not smoking it for any other reason but to do that whole ironic thing, aren't they?
I wouldn't mind smoking out of a pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A gentleman smoke.
The hipsters put on
flesh pipe.
The hipsters put on
fruit.
The hipsters put on a football helmet and they smoke a pipe.
Yeah, a football helmet and a pipe.
Yeah, that's the look in in Brooklyn right now.
Exactly, and chainmail gloves.
And chainmail gloves,
yes,
sure. Yes.
Why not?
Right.
It's very hip, but don't question it or you'll look silly.
All right, Sam has found this high school, and they used to be called the East Orientals.
Oh.
Or are they still the East Orientals? Because it looks like you could still get merchandise.
Well, they found out they were like Northeast, so now they're called the Northeast Orientals.
Oh.
No?
Well, Chinks is the worst one so far. Can anyone beat Chinks today?
That's something.
We got Chinks on the table. Anyone can beat that?
So racist. I think there are the Sambos. There was a team called the Sambos.
I call Sam Sambo.
Well, that is offensive.
No, I'm going for a Rambo thing, actually.
Is there a Sambo thing? A team called the Sambos? Yeah. The Sambos.
I played a bunch of sports. I would have never wanted to play a team called the Sambos.
The Sambos.
Oh, fuck no.
No?
Hell no.
Sambo was a very popular name with products back in the day when no one gave a flying fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy was trying to turn us on to a hairy pussy during the break.
He certainly was.
Thanks to your fucking talking about it yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I started just looking around. Like, I'm not into that at all.
No.
And I found a girl who has a very large vagina, and it's fucking...
You like that?
Dude, I fucking cranked to it yesterday.
Wow.
I fucking shot a load. Not that anybody wants to know. But if you knew how hard it is for me to just get off watching a girl finger herself, because that's too tame.
Yeah.
But I could just hear, like... It was so wet, but it's really, really hairy, and she has hairy armpits, which doesn't bother me as much. Hairy legs, though, for me, I can't do. Like, that just feels a little masculine. There's something oddly I can't do hairy legs.
No.
But the hairy fucking pussy is like, oh, her pussy's so
But
big.
you showed us, and it was kind of...
It's a big pussy, right? Fuck.
It's a little rough, man.
Ah, it's not going to be for everybody. I acknowledge that.
Okay, good. It's a little. I think it's a little niche.
But god damn, I fucking... Ooh, she's sexy.
Wow.
Porn star.
Yeah?
Yeah, they do that alt porn and shit. I don't know where they fucking shoot in L.A., I guess.
Did you join a hair site or something you were telling
Yes,
me?
I did. I joined a... I couldn't find a lot of video on her.
Right.
So there was this hairy website, like, where her pictures were. And I just joined it to look at her. I don't care about the other girls.
Right.
But she was fingering herself in one of the videos. I was out of my fucking mind.
Well, everybody wants to know her name, so...
Bianca Stone.
That's rough, bro. It's a little rough.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Could you zoom in on that whole thing?
It's a very...
That's a lot of hair right there.
That's very intimidating.
Let's see.
Her pussy's so big, I'm out of my mind for it.
It's very meaty.
Oh, I know. I'm out of my mind for it.
But there's hair pushing down her legs.
Yeah, see, that's her thing. She's a fucking... She's one of those... That's a fetish for guys. It's certainly not a fetish for me.
So that's what it would look like if girls just stopped shaving immediately, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's like the big thatch patch, and then there's the outskirts.
The hair around the cesspool.
The suburbs of hair around the thigh area.
And then you lose a little over there on the crease of the leg.
Yes.
But then it starts up again.
Yeah,
Past the crease.
I would
down the thigh.
But just something about her. And again, I wish... I would if she was my wife, I would say, like, could you shave the legs, please? It just feels weird in bed.
Yeah. I don't know. But all that hair holds that musky smell.
Exactly. You know, I'm surprised and I'm not going to get a hair fetish now, but
should like that, right?
Just because of the hairy, like a big pussy drives me berserk. I was bonkers looking at her yesterday.
Yeah.
Out of my fucking mind.
Bonkers over that.
Yeah. Well, you look
right.
at a picture of her on her fucking hands and knees. Because the hair in the asshole is like a little weird, but just the fact that the pussy is so big, really. There's not much that doesn't make up for.
Is there any other pictures of her?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. But you have to put, like, there's a poet named Bianca Stone who I'm not looking at. Yeah, that's her.
Is that her, too?
Yeah.
Hairy arms.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hairy armpits do nothing for me.
Yeah, it's something I can take or leave. Like, if like, I wouldn't want her to use deodorant. I wouldn't mind it stinking a little while we have sex. She makes me feel very earthy.
Yeah, very earthy. Yeah.
She's sexy, man. That fucking...
Look, that's your thing again. That's rough, Jimmy.
Where?
What's going on there?
Is that her?
Yeah.
That's a little rough. Sam, what do you think?
Look at the pussy.
Not for me.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. But look at the pussy in the back, how big that is. That's fucking great.
That's from the rear view. She's holding her one cheek open. And
it just looks like it's dirty.
Yeah, there's guys that have...
Looks like she has a little dirt back there.
A little dirt.
There's guys that have a fetish for hair. I certainly don't.
Not mocking it. I'm just saying it's a little rough.
I mean, I don't quite understand it either, to be honest. The hair fetish. On her, it's like I think it's sexy just because her pussy is so great.
All right.
You wouldn't let her fucking sit on your face after the gym?
No. Oh my God. Like, no.
Spin on the elliptical.
I would fucking treat it like a diving bell. I would just breathe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
Big pussy, man. Fuck.
We went through that shit growing up.
That was all we had.
That's all we had.
That's all we know. That's all we know.
That's all we knew.
Yeah, that wasn't.
It's good to know that we're past that now.
If you took a girl's panties down and she was totally shaved, you'd fucking be like, "Oh my God, how am I gonna satisfy this porn star?" Yeah, she'd be fucking a pro.
You knew you were in trouble.
Oh, come on!
You knew you were in trouble.
You just didn't see that. No fucking high school girl was shaving.
Not even close.
That's for sure. Yeah.
I remember one girl in college used to brag that she would shave it in the shape of a heart for Valentine's Day for one of our friends was dating her, but she couldn't wait to tell everyone that's what she did for this guy.
Yeah,
but that was the closest I remember to anyone doing anything down there.
Yeah, a little fucking housekeeping, a little gardening, a little landscaping.
But man, she loved just telling everyone. Fuck,
she loved telling everybody that she shaved it like that
for our friend.
How about that?
How about that is right. We got a story out of Disneyland.
Oh,
you hear about this one? This is kind of it's a story based on your favorite ride down there.
Oh, right. It was just terrible. It was. Oh,
I know that ride is just terrible.
It is.
Okay, end of story. That's it.
That's all we need to know.
Finally, someone speaking up and saying that ride is horrendous and terrible.
It's an awful, awful ride.
I don't get it.
It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. Everybody! There it is. Little fuckers.
Gary Shanley had a funny bit on this.
Yeah?
Years ago, yeah. What was the bit?
It was his first Carson. Or the first time I saw him on Carson, I was like, I don't remember. But he was just talking about being on the ride and hearing this song over and over again.
Oh, let's play it.
I think Joan Rivers guest hosted. He just read it.
It was a nightmare.
Stranded and stuck, Jose Martinez says his health was stressed at that.
Oh, by the way, if you thought I was lying, sorry, I have to show this to you. Buzzy just wrote me. Don't read the name.
Where am I looking?
The last one.
Oh, okay.
He just writes great, and then the girl's name reference.
Ooh.
See, he remembers. She would walk around bragging that she was shaving her pussy hair into a heart for a friend of ours.
And did the friend confirm this? That's true? But I mean, she could just say it.
I don't remember anymore. But
she could have just been bullshitting.
Yeah, no, but she was obsessed with telling everybody. Buzzy remembers too. That's awesome. I love coming in here and all of a sudden something pops up from the old days that I'm like, oh my God, that's right, that happened. You know?
Yeah.
I haven't thought of that girl in I don't know, how long have I been out of college? 12 years?
Oh,
so about 12 years now.
12 years.
Yeah.
Doing radio and then
Says his health was stressed at the happiest place on earth.
How you doing?
Martinez and his wife were on the It's a Small World ride when it malfunctioned due to a computer glitch. They were filming their trip and rolled on the emergency.
They would turn off this music.
Martinez is a quadriplegic and says he watched as dozens of other guests were evacuated off the ride.
Everybody was able to evacuate in the front and in the back, but we got stuck and we were left there while I was going through a traumatic experience.
Disney employees helped him onto the ride, but Martinez says he was told they couldn't help him where they stopped.
No one came to us, which I felt was another, potential deadly situation.
Deadly?
I told my wife, I said,
this guy's a drama queen.
Oh, okay.
This guy's a drama queen.
Nice legs.
What was deadly about it?
Yeah. I mean, annoying, yes.
Annoying, it's an inconvenience, but where's the deadly part?
He's setting up for a lawsuit.
Yes,
of course. Because the water, I remember, you could see the bottom. It was maybe 6 inches.
He's in a boat. You're in a dumb little boat, and those little fucking things are all over singing the songs.
Right.
They all look the same, except they're dressed, one's in lederhosen, one's in a fucking kimono, and the other one's in a cowboy hat.
Right.
Depending on which curve you go around.
Right.
But deadly, how is it? It's annoying, not deadly.
Wife, I said, they want us to roll to the first aid. I don't think I'm going to make it.
Roll them.
Well, they were going to get to him eventually. They had a situation on their hands. They didn't know how to get him off the boat. Because where those things stopped.
Yeah.
Martinez said for 40 minutes he suffered from dysreflexia, a condition experienced by those with spinal cord injuries caused by stress and overstimulation. It can lead to a stroke or death.
There are procedures in place for evacuating people. There are not procedures in place for evacuating people with disabilities. That's
yeah, Goofy and Mickey each grab one fucking one of those weird decorations that below his knees.
Pick up those useless things and let's get a move on.
Wow. No one's beating that today. Bravo.
Roll them.
You think Goofy would help him?
Goofy would not even help him in the least. Fuck him. Leave him there.
There are not procedures in place for evacuating people with disabilities. That's the quintessential different treatment. It's discrimination in its purest form.
The Disability Rights Legal Center in Los Angeles has taken Martinez's case, claiming Disneyland is in violation of federal and state laws and is not prepared to evacuate disabled guests in the event of an emergency.
It's about having, theme parks that are accessible, and this is Disneyland, for crying out loud.
Exactly. Oh my God.
What are you going to do?
Don't fuck with the mouse. This is our house, bitch.
What are you going to do?
What an asshole.
You think Goofy would insult his legs?
Of course. Hey, look at me run.
If you're a quadriplegic, wouldn't you kind of ask some questions and look at the ride and go, man, if this
There's no way out of here.
If this thing gets stuck, I don't know if I'm going to get out of here right away.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. You'd be, I don't know.
What are you going to do? He's got pretzel legs. Leave him alone.
Did he sue? How much did he get? Did he get anything?
I think he got 8,000.
8 G's? 8 large?
I think it was an easy, quick one for Disney.
Yeah.
Didn't I read that somewhere?
I heard it was 8,000, right? Yeah. A lot of people are confirming that now.
They are?
Getting confirmation.
You sure?
8,000. Yeah. Yes.
Why only 8,000?
No, it's 2,000 per useless limb.
Jesus. Wow.
They judge what you might have earned for the rest of your life. And they're like, well, how much we pay paperweight?
Oh, shit.
And then times it by 2.
Wait.
Wait.
It was like, what are your legs? Like small world legs or something?
Hey, we have to go to the hotline.
Oh, right.
Something popped up late last night.
Oh, did you jack it?
I jacked it. Wicked Tuna.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Wicked Tuna. And it's on Nat Geo. It's on Sundays at 9. And we started talking about Wicked Tuna a little bit a couple weeks ago. And then one of the guys that is, I don't know, has a connection to one of the Wicked Tuna boats that is featured on the show offered me a
ride out on the boat?
Ride out on the boat and maybe try to catch some tuna or at least check it out as they catch the tuna. Ooh. And I said, hell yeah. But then it turned out this guy's boat sank or something, and he was waiting to get the boat back, up and running. Now there's another Wicked Tuna guy that's on the line right now, and he's really pissed off about the whole thing. I think, or he wants to clear up some things.
Well,
I'm kind of confused myself.
Let him clear up some things.
But we certainly said that we would, take his phone call today. So it's Dave, Dave Marciano. Dave, welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey guys, what's going on, man? How are you?
We're doing well, man. How are you?
Good. Living the dream.
Well, that's good. Now, I'm kind of confused here. What happened?
Well, I mean, regardless of what things are said and what happened, you guys have seen it enough that over the years with an older boat like mine, mine's an oldest boat in the show. It was built in 1984, so. Every now and then, we seem to have some technical difficulties. But regardless of what happens, I've become an expert over the years at putting Humpty Dumpty back together again and getting back in the game. And that's what's important.
Right. So is the boat okay?
So the guy that hold on, maybe I can help out here. Oh yeah, Dave is the real deal, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Now, Dave, the guy that contacted me on Twitter, does he work for you?
I don't know. I don't know who it was, so I have no idea who it was. I didn't hear the show. It was just some of my fans contacted me, so it just got a little weird. I was like, oh, all right, well, I'll see what's up,
Oh, so so it's not your boat that's out of commission right now?
Well, the boat is hauled out, and we're making some modifications to her. But, look, I support my family through fishing. So, anytime, I have problems with the boats over the years, we straighten them out, we get back in the game.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is, though, if this guy was just telling me that he would, take me for a ride, man. But you're not sure if it's the guy connected to you.
Yeah, no, I know it's not my crew. Jay's a great guy. You see, my crew, the only guys that work for me is Jay and, my son, right? Now, it wouldn't surprise me if one of the other skippers from the show contacted you to throw me under the bus. That kind of happens all the time.
I don't know what's going on.
One of the boats was down, but it's not out. It's not down and out.
He's saying that he thinks that one of the other shippers.
What's that?
Shippers said that his boat was sunk. To make him look bad.
Oh, did they say that, Dave?
One of the other schoolgirls got their panties all up in a bunch.
Now he's throwing some chum.
I like it, Dave.
The offer still stands. If you guys want to get out here and go fishing this summer, I'll definitely take you out and I'll show you that our merchandise is, it's a real boat and it's always in the game. And, you've seen it before. I might get knocked down, if you watch the last episode. I get knocked down, but I always get back up.
You sure do. I'm trying to... Unfortunately, I can't find the tweet so I could, figure out what the hell's going on. So you're saying one of the other boat guys is kind of taking shots at you?
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know who the tweet was. I didn't see it myself and everything.
Somebody help me out on Twitter right now. Just send me the guy's tweet or the guy's Twitter account so I could figure this out with Dave. Dave, when does tuna season start?
For us, generally around June 1st is when it opens by law, and we're allowed to begin harvesting. Now, that being said, we're dealing with fish, and the fish deal with conditions, water temperature, amounts of bait, but so they show up when the conditions are right for them. But it opens by law June 1st, and usually, sometimes it's right on June 1st. They're out there waiting for us. But I suspect this year, we're going to have to wait for that water temperature to heat up a little bit before they get here and, get thick enough to target.
Right. Now, what's the biggest tuna you've caught?
1,200 pounds is my personal best.
E-Rock.
1,200 pounds. Wait, what's the biggest on Wicked Tuna so far?
I think one of the other boats, Kevin, in season 1 on the Christina, he had one that was like 1,100 and something. So that was a really sweet fish he had.
And now that I'm a fan of Wicked Tuna, you guys fish for other stuff as well, right?
Compliments.
Yeah, generally, I fish year-round, or at least I used to. Now, the ground fish industry in New England has gone through some major changes in the past, 10 years or so, as we try to rebuild other stocks of fish, like cod, haddock, and pollock, fish that everybody likes to eat.
Right.
Kevin Pollock.
So, we've had some difficulty in trying to stay employed year-round. In the past, say 10 years ago, I used to make a paycheck just running my boat alone, right? But nowadays, because of the regulations and the cutbacks in order to rebuild some of the other stocks of fish, I run my boat. I'll go as skipper on another boat. I run a boat out of New Bedford and target monkfish for a few months.
It's like a mercenary. Look at you.
Yeah, basically a mercenary. I guess that's the way you could say it. But, for me, the bottom line is that's my job is fishing. So, I'm not too proud. If I get to go on deck for a trip and be a mate for a trip, I can do that too. Whatever it takes.
And how long? Because it's a half-hour TV show or an hour. I forget hour TV show.
Yeah, it's an hour show. I guess it's 42 minutes after they add in the commercials.
Yeah, but how many hours are you out there before you get something?
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, and that's definitely the part that, you guys don't see, probably. If you saw tuna fishing, how it really was, it'd be about as exciting as watching grass grow.
Really?
We invest
I love that show.
A lot of time in waiting, because that's what you guys see is just the highlights, of course, right? Because it's TV.
And you pretty much only catch one a day if you're lucky, right? Because then you got to get it back in quickly.
Yeah, we're allowed up to 3 a day by law of the Giants. And what they do is they change that number. Like if we're catching the quota early in the season, if we're catching the quota fast, they'll drop it to 2 fish a day or even 1 fish a day.
But the point is that you're lucky to get 1 a day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. If we get a fish, if we get 1 fish, we can make a paycheck out of that.
And then it's bonus time. You go back out there hoping you could get 1 more, but the odds are against you getting 2 in a day, right?
Sure. And we have times when the fishing's good, where we might, get 2 or even 3 a day, but that's certainly not the norm, without a doubt.
I just don't understand it, because these guys are going for tuna, and they got to just figure it out, and they have to fucking have a tuna come around and fucking take a bite off their shit.
Bite that hook.
Unbelievable.
Right.
Crazy.
Right. No, and a lot of it, again, like we might fish, for 4 days to get that 1 fish for the week.
Yeah.
And that's when we get paid for the 4 days we were out there waiting, with our putt in our hand.
Right, yeah. It's not in the end, it's not a lot of money to go around if you're waiting 4 days. You got a crew, you got maintenance on your boat and and your shit.
Yeah.
Right. No, look, that's the story of commercial fishing in New England.
Funny word.
There's a lot of good guys that go fishing in New England for a living, you know, and it's a great industry to be a part of.
Right.
But one thing it's always been is it's never been stable. You know, we're not like you guys. We don't get a check every week, no matter what. You know, there's weeks where I don't catch a fish. I don't get a paycheck. I worked all week. All I can do is, you know, we have to look at it at the end of a season.
Yeah,
at the end of the season, at the end of the tuna season, you know, did I make a check? Did Jay make a check? Did the fuel deal get paid? Did the mortgage get paid? Did the insurance get paid? And it's, you know, a lot of times for us, it seems like it's a rarity when at the end of a season, you know, after you add in fixing the boat and everything else,
we even get paid when we're not here.
Oh, it's amazing.
Wow, I want a job like that.
All right, Dave, you're my favorite on the show now because you called us.
Of course.
Dave Marciano from Wicked Tuna. I really do like the show. When's the next season start up again? For TV. For TV.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's in season 2 now, if you guys have been watching. Last Sunday night at 9 o'clock was episode 9.
Yep.
There's going to be 15 episodes this season.
Yep.
You know, there's been some big changes. You know, if you've been keeping up with the show, you know, Paul got fired off the tuna.com again.
Yep.
You know, there was another chick fight over there. So, you know, now Paul's going to wind up on another boat, it looks like.
Right. Damn. All right, Dave. It really is a good show. I really enjoy it. And I don't know where the confusion was. I still don't know what the hell happened, but I'd love to go on your boat maybe this summer.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's it. You know, you guys have my contact data, you know, through the people who contacted you. And anytime, and I'm always watching on Twitter, too. I'm following you guys on Twitter. I'll keep an eye on things now.
Right on.
And, just give me a shout-out, and we'll get you out the boat, and you'll see for yourself what a great rig she is.
I would love to check it out. So it's Capt, C-A-P-T, Marciano on Twitter. Thanks, Dave.
All right, thank you, guys. Thank you very much for a chance to clear the air here.
All right.
Certainly.
All right, brother. There you go.
Later.
Dave.
All right, we'll talk to you. Bye-bye.
Obviously, he has pride in what he does, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I didn't understand.
Sounds like a big fish story to me.
Good one. Very good one.
I think another guy from another boat offered me, the experience of tuna fishing, but then had to admit that his boat's not happening right now.
Right.
And then somehow that pissed off Dave because then I think it made the industry itself look bad, maybe? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know, but he really wanted to talk to us today. So.
I just know that the fishermen seem to be just like the truckers. That's very lonely out there on the water, I think, and they like to talk.
They could be out there easily 12, 16 hours without catching anything for a couple days, and they finally get the big tuna.
Yes.
They pull their puds? Sam's saying they pull their puds.
Well, that's what he said.
I learned that from the interview.
He just said, we're out there pulling our puds.
Pulling our puds.
Pud is a hilarious word for a cock.
I love using that word.
Pud. Oh, boy, fishing. I ain't going.
You wouldn't go fishing?
Fuck no.
To check out tuna fishing?
So sick.
You would get sick?
Yeah, I get seasick on those fishing boats. I go on a cruise boat. We're going on a cruise, but I can't.
I love fishing.
I can't go on a fishing boat.
Used to do it a lot growing up. Not so much these days. I would love to check that out. Never really went deep sea fishing.
Deep sea fishing.
We went for the blues and the stripers.
Yeah.
And the flounder. But most of the time, you got those ugly sea bass.
It's stinky.
What, fish?
Fishing is a smelly business.
Yeah.
It smells like fish. Yeah, and it's very sloppy.
So
you get like fish guts and scales on you.
Are we talking about Jim's favorite woman again?
The hairy woman.
I love her. She's so sexy, dude.
Yeah.
Very similar to fishing.
Yeah.
Bianca's a very good
Smells
girl.
like the bilge of fucking.
She's got a little bait down
Captain
there.
Marciano's boat.
You don't like a pussy like that, dude? Like a big fucking meaty pussy? Oh, makes me crazy.
I like them, standard. I like the standard issue.
The sloppier, the better for Jimmy.
I don't need no extra
I don't
parts.
mean, when I say sloppy, I don't mean.
That's good when it comes to sandwiches, but
I don't mean it like a fucked pussy.
I don't like a neat sandwich.
You want to get a sandwich with a lot of meat hanging out of the side of the roll.
A lot of different juices and spreads and stuff, but
not a vagina.
Not a vagina, not so much.
I'm just the opposite.
Not so much.
I like a nice, neat liverwurst sandwich with the lettuce not even sticking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, gentleman sandwich.
Some olive loaf.
No, I don't like olive loaf.
Olive loaf.
E-Rock loves the olive
E-Rock loves it.
I don't know why.
Because he looks like one.
Oh.
He's a human olive loaf. That was his nickname in high school, Olive Loaf Boy.
Olive Loaf.
Hey, look, here comes Olive Loaf. He'd walk in with pimento in his cheek.
Yeah.
Other olive loaf things in his hair.
You know, speaking of fish, I saw Life of Pi last night. I decided I was going to watch it.
Before you, I want to jump in for 1 second.
Jump
right in. A lot
in.
of people either love the movie or fucking hate it. There's no in between here.
Yeah.
They think it's really an amazing movie, inspiring, and a good story, and other people are like, this is a bunch of bullshit.
I'm kind of the first in between then, because
really,
it was all right. It was good, but I'm not like, oh my god, it was amazing. Yeah, they kind of throw you for a loop at the end with the.
Don't tell me, I didn't see it. What happens? Don't tell me.
Oh no! And the boy, that CGI tiger is pretty fucking impressive, I must say.
Is it?
Yeah, they put him in with a couple of shots of a real tiger and stuff, but it looks pretty fucking. You never are looking going like, what a fake tiger. It takes you out of the movie. Looks really good.
So you're in between. You're the first person. I've had people rave about it, and other people go,
really?
It's just dog shit. Yeah.
Let me see a little of that.
Simp.
Did you? I mean, tell me more. I haven't seen the movie.
Do you know what you can see it's CGI?
Wow.
Whenever it's by the kid and not biting him.
Yes.
That's how you know it's CGI.
It's not eating him.
Yeah, a hungry tiger in a boat. I don't think that would work out well for us.
It's, some guy telling a fucking story about him being shipwrecked.
Right.
And you're not quite sure if the story's true or not.
Holy fuck.
That looks fake.
That looks fake. What the fuck? No, it's pretty goddamn good. I'll tell you one thing though. Watch it. It's very the scenes on the ocean.
Right.
Really give you the illusion that he's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Right.
But watching it on the 90-inch,
yeah,
I was literally getting queasy. Like there were some parts where they're just showing the boat rolling and pitching and stuff like that, and I'm like, holy shit! I started getting like a motion thing.
3D?
Going? No, it wasn't 3D. It was just regular. Like watching it on TV was fucked up.
And then it
Like,
rains.
I gotta look away.
Then it rains fish or something, or a whale jumps over the boat.
A whale jumps over, and there's that phosphorus stuff in the water, so it's glowing and everything like that. But it looks good. That Ang Lee, he can direct a movie.
Yeah.
It looks very, very nice, very grand, very epic. But the story is, it's a cool little story. And then you don't know by the end if you don't know if he made it up.
Right.
I'll see it and tell you how I fucking feel about it.
Oh, you do that, Jimmy.
Life of Pi, what the hell do I know? You bake it, you eat it, that's the life of a pie. Have a container of coffee, nice slice of pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie, yuck.
Stupid fucking
pumpkin pie, not bad.
Regular Joe.
Yeah, you give me a piece of apple pie,
yes,
maybe a piece of cobbler.
Talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little dessert in my lunch pail.
We never got to was it Joe Forrester show that I saw the promo for? It's so bad.
Why didn't we get to that?
It's regular Joe. I guess we got interrupted by something. We're very busy.
We always get interrupted by something.
Very bussy yesterday. Joe Forrester. You got a video clip of it, perhaps? Go to videos and see if there's like the. Is that the? Yeah, this might be it. All right, crank the volume up. Listen to this. It's so 70s.
Oh, sorry.
Lloyd Bridges.
The introduction of a new realistic law enforcement series, Joe Forrester.
Realistic.
Joe Forrester. A role I had
Look how he takes this guy down.
Last year in an episode of Police Story. Joe is a dedicated, conscientious.
He throws a nightstick at his legs
and
it trips him.
Fighting crime.
Fighting
How
crime.
long did you get off that bus?
About 2 hours ago.
Where from?
Bakersfield.
And you met Plums at the bus stop, all right?
Yeah, he's been so nice.
How about
What an actress.
Just do as I tell you. Now shut up. Put your hands back there. There are times when Joe's not thinking about crime. We got a beautiful thing going here. But there's nothing beautiful about the prospect of being gunned down by a hood.
By a hood. They're shooting at Joe. Jumps over the car.
Right, as opposed to ducking around it.
Yeah.
John,
Let's talk
we
about the
don't
lieutenant.
think it was a random sniping.
What are you getting at?
We want to take you off the beat.
No, damn it, no.
Is it worth your life?
The average armed robber goes a mile out of his way to avoid a cop, let alone kill one.
That's a theory I'm not quite sure is true anymore.
How can I ever face the people in my beat if I run away merely because some punk with a rifle takes a couple of shots at a blue uniform and a black and white?
Pause. Can you pause for a second? You sure this isn't tongue-in-cheek a little bit?
Dude, right? It's
Are you
so bad.
His acting's horrendous.
Lloyd Bridges was a horrible actor.
It's one hell of a program.
Oh, you like it, Joe?
It was a terrific program. It was the guy's up there doing his job, and all of a sudden they're taking pot shots, just like me on the job site.
Ah, see?
I don't cut corners. This guy's good.
It ran from 75 to 76.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Joe Forrester.
Keep going.
Shots at a blue uniform and a black and white.
Your beat, Joe?
Yeah, the neighborhood has gone downhill enough. You gotta give me half a chance to build it up again.
Your beat, huh?
Tell me, what would the department do if it found out this guy you busted bought you a new shirt?
Listen, if a beat cop's gonna worry about what the department thinks, he'll never get any work done. The city's not gonna buy me a new shirt. He erected it, didn't he?
Yeah,
Well, then he's gonna have to come up with a 2640. And that doesn't mean that I won't bust him again if I have to.
Right.
Tears up another shirt.
And he pays for another shirt. That's the beat.
That's the beat.
Oh, he's playing golf.
No, this is some guy golfing into traffic.
Hey, what, are you nuts? How you doing there, old buddy?
You should have seen the one I did over the Chevy.
Oh, Joe Forrester's trying to get the golf club from him.
Mind if I give it a try?
Oh, it looks a little violent, but Joe knows how to handle him.
Yeah.
Now he's giving Joe the golf club instead of beating him over the head with it.
And Joe's going to play a little golf.
Into traffic?
Why would he do this? He's hitting a golf ball into traffic.
He wouldn't.
A car?
Oh, wow, you don't mean you're here to say hello?
Isn't the acting and dialogue?
I don't get what happened
It's
just there.
so bad.
Joe's calming a maniac and playing golf with him.
But he
Yeah.
just hit a golf ball into traffic.
And the guy goes, "A cop? Like, who wrote this shit?"
Wow.
It's
Fucking
so
great show.
bad.
Joe Forrester's fucking great.
Joe Forrester. He's not just on the beat. Play the black woman now. Now they have the black woman and him talking.
Oh, wow, you don't mean you're here to say hello and goodbye all at the same time.
Maybe not. Maybe I'll be back. A lot of people around here seem to think that I'm needed. Kind of like the idea of having an officer in the beat. Gives them a feeling of security, they say.
Hey, you know what? You promise us you try to get back here? Because if you don't, it'll be a damn shame. You know the difference?
Joe Forrester, the kind of cop on the beat who really makes a difference.
Wow. Wow.
That's terrible.
Wow.
Joe Forrester.
Can you Netflix that? I want to watch the show.
I know. I want to see fucking episodes of that.
That's all I want to see.
Oh,
is
my
Joe
God.
Forrester.
Get some clips of that show.
It looks so terrible.
Really bad.
I want to have a Joe Forrester party
Oh.
where we all get together and eat hoagies and watch Joe Forrester.
Have a marathon that lasts like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
3 episodes.
Yeah, exactly. Pilot, final season.
Yeah, that one didn't quite take off.
Joe
I never knew Lloyd
Forrester.
Bridges was such a hard actor.
I guess he is, right?
No, he was in all those goofy movies, like the airplane movies and stuff.
yeah, he was great in
then-
Airplane.
And he was in Sea Hunt earlier before that, but,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. What's that about? Looking for a wife? You see, Hunt.
Sea Hunt.
His sons knew how to act, right?
Yeah. Bo
they his
Bridges.
kids?
Bo Bridges.
Bo and
Lloyd.
And Lloyd Bridges.
No, Bo and Jeff.
Jeff.
They're his
I'm just
fucking
repeating
kids.
you. Of course it's Jeff Bridges.
I
yeah.
didn't know that was his
Oh,
son.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And London.
That was another visual bit. And we don't have a visual
Lloyd's
element.
London.
But if you go to, you're going to put that
Bridges.
clip on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yep, it's up.
All right, it's up on our Facebook page, Opie and Anthony. When we
It's
do-
awful.
When we do these visual things, you can go there to kind of check out what we're looking
As opposed
at.
to doing it with us like we would with Rogan, you're better off just going to Facebook. We're fucking sludge. Stuck in the mud. Stuck in the mud.
Joe Forrester uses masked sexual flavors.
Yeah.
It's the new way to foreplay for the cop on the beat. Available in 4 tantalizing flavors. These oral gel strips will spark a light to light your bedroom flame. Visit sexualflavors.com to purchase or find a retailer near you for a cop on the beat.
Nice.
I like Joe Forrest.
No, you didn't.
He's a good actor.
Did you like him?
Yes, I did.
I bet you did.
Man of Law and Order.
Order? What's with your voice? Edgar, why can't you speak properly?
Shut up. You don't speak properly.
It's not even a speech impediment. I don't know what it is.
My teeth are dry.
You just mispronounce words.
My lips get stuck to my teeth.
So why does that make it so you got to say Rolland
Shut up.
and Anthony?
That's his name.
Oh, okay.
Sion.
I don't get it.
We got Jim Jeffries next.
Oh, shit.
And we also have Kevin Pollak. He wants to call in today as well.
Oh.
He's a fan of what? Tequila and Donuts or something, I'm learning?
Well, I was getting text messages from Roland last night. He was a huge fan of E-Rock's Tequila and Donut Day.
Nice.
But then Roland also said Kevin Pollak has been yelling, Slavo!
No. Jesus.
Has he really?
That's what Roland said.
Slavo.
All right, so I think Kevin Pollak is calling us next, so stay there.
The Opie and Anthony Show, Sirius XM.
Tired of those all-inclusive vacation packages to overcrowded Caribbean beaches? The hottest vacation spot is practically in your own backyard. Visit Devil's Creek in the heart of downtown Edison, New Jersey. Here's the founder of the Devil's Creek Tourism Board, James Norton, who's going to share with you some of his fond memories of this beautiful vacation destination.
I have a really weird, vague memory of my pants around my ankles on the steps in this apartment building. And there was an older boy who used to make me suck his penis.
He's got to be
I think
older.
he tried to fuck me in the butt once, but it didn't work.
First, you'll fly into picturesque Newark, New Jersey. Then you'll whisk away southbound on the scenic New Jersey Turnpike to beautiful Edison Township, where you'll be a hop, skip, and a jump away from Devil's Creek, where your fantasies become a reality.
There was these twins. I would get both of them at different times to sit on my face because they used to pee their pants. So I liked that smell.
Yeah.
And they would make them sit on my face behind the bushes so I could smell. I remember my one friend, I was sucking his penis and we got caught by another friend. He's the same one that
fucking crazy.
He's the same one that urinated in my mouth.
For memories that'll last a lifetime, even the suppressed ones, come visit us at Devil's Creek.
I don't even think I got erections at that age. I can remember my friend's penis getting erect and me wondering why that happened with his penis. Like I didn't know what that was.
It was in your mouth.
Jesus Christ. The Hoover kid.
Devil's Creek. If you don't leave crying, we're not trying hard enough.
Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
E-Rock has decided not to listen to us today.
Apparently not.
He's turning this into Lady Gaga Day.
Gaga. I don't know. Remember that fucking Andy Rooney bit when he was saying, I don't know much about Lady Gaga.
Gaga.
He called her Lady Gaga. I don't know much about Lady Gaga. Oh, brother. I just want to say, the NAACP, I guess there's a local chapter in, where the hell is it? Steubenville, that rape case, right?
Yeah.
He's saying that she was a drunk, willing participant, the head of the NAACP there.
That's good.
Saying, and calling her the alleged victim.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see if the women's groups
and
attack him.
Not a fucking peep. Yeah, you
When did he say this?
I'm trying to find the goddamn story. Oh, here it is. NAACP president, in shocking comments, the Steubenville chapter, president of the Steubenville chapter of the NAACP, places blame for the rape case that has shocked the nation on the 16-year-old victim. Royal Mayo. His name is Royal Mayo?
Damn.
Jesus.
How jealous are you, E-Rock?
Oh, right.
That is a name right there.
Name.
It's a great name, right?
A lifelong resident of the Ohio City that gained notoriety. I guess he said this yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Calls the woman the alleged victim, saying she was drunk and wanted to go out with one of the football players. Of course, he's bringing up some racial dynamic of the community.
Oh, yeah, of course.
What a fucking... And will anyone call him out on this? Because I'll tell you, if it was just some average white guy...
Of course.
They would fucking crucify him. He wouldn't have a job. He would... But this guy, Royal Mayo... Oh, my God. Unbelievable. But because he's the president of some local shit chapter of the NAACP, they won't say anything about him. I guess they'll just let him say those horrid comments, blaming the victim. It really amazes me sometimes with this whole marriage thing, marriage equality, homosexual thing. And you get these black pastors and leaders saying that the gays shouldn't be able to get married. You turn around and oppress people. It's astounding.
Black people hate when gay rights are equated with civil rights. Because their argument is, well, we don't have a choice being black, you have a choice being gay. But they hate when those two things are tied together.
That is a kind of a up in the air thing about having a choice.
Well, of course.
I think it's both, as a matter of fact. I think people are absolutely born gay. And, yeah, you can just tell. But then there are other people that, like white people that want to be black, like the Wiggers, that choose to put on that persona and live that lifestyle. I think there are gay people that aren't born gay, but then they kind of like that lifestyle and want to, get in there, get some of that ass. Right?
Let's ask Kevin Pollak. He's on the line here.
Is he?
He wants to call in today as well. And here he is. Oh. Mr. Pollak, how are you?
Pollak.
Not that I want to interrupt nature or nurture argument.
Yes. Yes. Stay tuned for our thrilling chicken versus the egg sequence. That we're
Nature or nurture?
Nature or nurture.
Yes.
Yeah. Do I want to see a cock or do I want to eat a cock? These are questions. Face man.
Yes. What do you got going on, sir?
I'm actually calling in hopes of exercising a song from my head that I've not been able to get out of my head since Drunk Friday of wine or tequila and donuts.
Oh, tequila and donuts.
People
Friday.
still talking about tequila and donut day that E-Rock came up with. He thought it was going to be a fucking epic fail, and it turned out to be one of those moments that, people are still talking about.
Crybaby E-Rock.
And people still finding that show and going, oh my God, I finally got to listen to that. Yeah. Yes. What song is in your head because of that?
I love that the listeners are calling in saying, or emailing or whatever, you should do this thing more often. I agree with you. No, you shouldn't. Because it was so fucking rare and special. The idea that the notion even that you could do this on a regular basis is just insanity.
It is. You're absolutely right.
Yes,
no way it could be done.
Yeah. No, it was insane. And unfortunately, I've ever since then, my girlfriend and I have been walking around the house singing this ridiculous song.
Yeah.
That I now have to share with you. It's just a line, really, of a song. Not a line, but it reverberates in my head, and I have to exercise the fucking thing out. It's driving me crazy.
I'd love to hear it.
All right. Hey, slobbo, drunk fucking donut eater. Hey, slobbo. That's it. That's all I got.
Slobbo.
See, hey, E-Rock, you got to admit it, that it's not that bad now that Kevin Pollak is calling you slobbo as well. It hurt when I started, and then it kind of hurt even more when Roland started really pushing it forward. But now you got a big star that's calling you slobbo.
To song. In the song, Hey Mambo Italiano, I believe that's...
That's exactly right.
That's
tune.
a great song.
Yeah, I know that tune. And, E-Rock, come on. Fucking guy was in Casino.
Are you
for
cool
love of
with
God.
it? Are you cool with it now?
I'll take it as a compliment, but I'm not happy that it's expanding.
Yeah.
It's expanding. I'm going to get everyone that I meet for the rest of my life to memorize this song.
And how's that go again? I forgot already.
Hey, slobbo, drunk fucking donut eater. Hey, slobbo.
Fucking A Few Good Men, E-Rock.
It's the Few Good Men guy.
Fucking Usual Suspect.
Yes.
The fuck are you talking about? Casino.
Come on.
Come on.
I'm taking it international. I'm telling you, right?
How great is that?
You are fucked beyond belief.
I officially believe that you do listen to this radio show when you're not here.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you've said it over the years. I didn't really believe it, but now I have to believe.
I got it in every car, every room. I can't live without it. And honestly, I had to do it. I had to call in. It was enough already. I've been singing this song for weeks now. It's driving me nuts.
Now, can we have you do it clean? Because I think we can maybe make a production piece out of this.
Yes, please.
All right, we'll shut our mouths so you get a nice, clean version out there.
Okay.
Go.
Here we go. Hey,
Nobody say anything.
Oh, shit,
Hey,
Kevin.
fucking donut eater.
Oh, sorry. I
Kevin,
talked. I didn't mean
Jimmy
it.
stepped all
I'm
over
sorry.
it.
Asshole.
I apologize.
He doesn't play well with others.
Now, go ahead. You go.
Okay, no. See, now it's a bit on me, and I can't.
No, do it. I will not speak.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Kevin,
dumb fuck to do it.
Kevin's been around a while.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
are you kidding?
And he has listened to the program.
Yes.
I just proving yet again that I am a devoted.
Exactly.
You got me once. Congratulations. Now I'm going to hang up. But I can tell you, listeners in the D.C. area, I'm at the Improv this weekend. You fucks.
Oh, nice.
DC Improv.
Very cool.
DCimprov.com, you sons of bitches.
Very nice.
Wait, I actually was not going to do it again. Because you wanted that audio just to smash E-Rock with.
No, you got to trust us on this one, Kevin.
I know. I know that we usually do things more than once, but I'm telling you, I won't do it again because I want you to get the audio to fuck with E-Rock.
Yeah, I think Jimmy means it this time.
I honestly do. I'm away from the mic.
Look,
I sense in my heart that Jimmy means it. I do.
Yeah.
But I think Opie, you'll probably be the next one to interrupt.
No, I couldn't do that to you.
No?
Nope.
Because I think it seems like you got a nice go. All right, here we go. Hey, slob.
Oh, no. Oh, it's fucking Casino. He's in Casino.
I know.
Holy shit.
We love Kevin Pollak.
Kevin's great.
DC Improv this weekend. Yeah. How great is that? He's walking around singing that song for you, E-Rock.
Slobbo.
I actually felt bad that I interrupted because I'm like, I would love to have that audio.
Oh, that's
Do you
fucking
understand,
hilarious.
E-Rock, that Kevin Pollak is thinking of you somewhere in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Yes, that's great.
That's kind of cool.
Kevin Pollak. You know, I was watching Casino the other day, and he is a good actor, man. There's one little subtle scene where he's got to sign the paperwork.
Yeah.
And I guess the head of the union or whatever the fuck it is looking over his shoulder.
Yeah.
And he does this look like I sign here, like he doesn't quite know what he's signing, and he's looking. It's so subtle and just so fucking well done.
That's easy to do like this. What you like this?
All right, let me see, Jimmy. Go ahead.
Here.
Perfect.
Kevin Pollak's back on the line.
You nailed it.
Kevin.
Yeah, no, I blame Steve Jobs, that fuck, for making the iPhone so my ear can hang up on me.
That's what it was.
Yep. That's exactly what happened, Kevin.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And was
But
telling
I
you.
just want to call back to make sure you guys understood.
Yes.
I said and turned into some freak. All right.
And was talking about your acting skills.
Yeah,
in Casino.
I love that subtle little look you give when you're signing the documents, and you look up like, I sign here? Kind of a weird little like facial thing, but that was very good. You were very fucking good in that, in Casino, I must say.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. It's probably because I was scared shitless being in over my head.
Did you think you were in over your head? Yeah.
Oh, fuck yes. That's one of those jobs that the first week at least, every day you wait for someone to knock on the tread and say, yeah, we've made a horrible error.
Oh, fuck.
We thought it was Kevin Spacey. Could you come with that?
Oh, fuck.
Someone else we were looking for. Oof. Yeah.
But no, the best part was watching Rickles go after De Niro. That really was the thrill of, as amazing as it was to act in the movie and work with Scorsese and De Niro and all the big shots.
Yeah.
Watching Rickles go after De Niro was by far the best.
And De Niro enjoyed it, right?
He loved the shit out of it. Oh my God! Because it turns out Rickles knew that De Niro had worshipped him since he was a kid. That part news got to Rickles, and Rickles basically knew he owned De Niro.
Yeah.
Where everyone else, they treat him with such reverence on the set. It's absurd.
And Rickles is just shitting all over him. That's great.
In the middle of a take. Is that the way you're going to do it? Like that? Well, I'm sure you know what you're doing. Go ahead.
Would De Niro laugh?
Oh, that huge De Niro mugging laugh.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's great, man.
That's how you're going to do it? I guess you know, right?
I guess you know.
Yeah.
And Pesci got mad at him, you said, right?
Oh, Pesci was pissed, yeah.
Wow.
It took a while because Rickles said he was so short he's going to ride him around the set like a Shetland pony.
Holy fuck.
In front of 200 people at the wedding scene, extras, and Pesci just didn't... Yeah, you're a fucking riot, Rickles. No, I get it. I'm a midget and you're a genius. Go fuck.
Was it awkward after that?
What's that?
Was it awkward?
Was it awkward or...
Oh, yeah, no, it was extremely awkward because Rickles wouldn't stop, so that made it more awkward.
Wow.
and they wanted to try to kiss him. You know, come here, Joe. Come here, Joe. You know, and it was just, and then you could just see that Pesci really, truly did want to rip off his head and shit down his neck.
Were people laughing?
Everyone was laughing except for Joe.
Oof! Wow.
I guess
it was awkward as fuck.
Did Rickles seem nervous? Did Rickles seem nervous around De Niro?
No, it was the weirdest thing in the world. Everyone else, you could hear their sphincter tighten when he walked by, but Rickles, for some reason, he just knew I own this kid, and he was fucking fearless.
Wow.
Plus, I guess after Sinatra and being who you are for that, like he was so famous before De Niro ever was. It's just different.
Oh God, yes, yeah. I think that's it in a nutshell, for sure. There's nothing that frightens him at this point. No, he told fucking Sinatra to fuck off. I mean, how?
Yeah. Wow. That's old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Pollock.
All right, thanks, guys. I really just need to get that out, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No worries. DC Improv for Kevin
Have fun
Pollak
at the
this
Improv.
weekend. Great club.
All right, miss you guys.
Thanks, man.
Take care, buddy.
Come back and see us. Kevin Pollak, everyone.
Yeah.
You gotta love Rickles for that. Just a comic, just annoying this fucking
Oh my God!
wonderful actor.
Fucking an American treasure.
Love the Rickles.
Yeah.
Love the Rickles. Hey, Mayor Menino's going to announce today that he will not seek re-election as the mayor of Boston.
Not will I accept your nomination for mayor of Boston.
So with that news, the boys put a little something together.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
So you know, I am not a fancy talker. That's for sure. Boston is a majority city.
Will you remember me?
Let me just say, I will not be a candidate. I shall not seek.
Let your life pass you by.
Thank you, Donald Stearns. Thank you, NBA. We'll continue to our aggressive educational reform efforts.
I'm so tired, I can't sleep.
So that here in this theater,
Standing on the edge of something.
we're talking about our commitment to the spirit of Boston.
Funny how it feels so much.
Live, learn, prepare.
Screaming inside.
2013 will also make Boston the premier city of working women.
I will remember.
I said that our waterfront should not turn into anywhere USA.
Will you remember?
Instead, through creative and some assistance,
Let your life pass you by.
it's becoming a model for the country. For how to rebuild the economy around new and growing industries.
Weep not for the man.
Boston is a perfect fit for the World Classic.
Wow. Tearing up over here.
Very good. Yeah, it's very
Fucking
emotional.
haunting.
My God.
Fucking haunting.
You will be missed.
Boston.
All the features in there.
I was starting to think after a while that we kind of exaggerated the way he said Boston or made it up.
Right.
No, he said fucking Boston.
Yes, he did.
The city he's been mayor of forever.
More than once, too.
And he can't pronounce the name of it. That's astounding. Well, we're looking at former Governor McGreevey on Morning Joe.
He's going to be in the building today.
Is he really?
Yeah, I want to go over and say, Jim!
Oh. He pretty much gave up on trying to look heterosexual, huh?
Where is he?
That's him. It's a woman on screen, of course.
Funny.
There he is.
That looks all right.
He's got the little radio wizard glasses on.
Yes, and lifestyle.
What is he, a priest now or something?
He's a gay American.
Well, we know that.
Fall to grace, not fall from grace. Fall to grace. Yeah, what's his fucking deal now?
I don't know. I don't know. I think he's like a priest. Right?
No way.
I think so.
Why would you go gay, tell everyone you're gay, and then give up what you want to do for being gay?
Why make the announcement, right?
McGreevey calls
a different sense of understanding of where gay rights are in this country. And so
my dream is that at some point, in terms of young women and men growing up, that they will have a very different sense of self-narrative of themselves and of this nation in terms of gay rights. So to paraphrase Martin King badly, that the arc of liberty, the arc of freedom in this country does move in the right direction, and I ultimately believe that Americans will embrace that so that people do it, young people do it in a far more healthy and appropriate way than I did.
Do you think if August 12, 2004 were...
Well, that's 2004.
2004 that was?
Huh?
He's a priest.
When he stumbled out of the closet?
He's a priest, right?
He's a priest, and he's got a documentary coming out that he's pushing.
He's a celibate priest.
He's an Episcopal priest.
What is that?
I think Episcopal. I think Episcopal. You could do some things. I think
maybe just the ass. Though.
Chip, why?
I don't know.
Chip, why were you laughing at Episcopal?
Episcopal.
He's roaring over here. Chip, you sure? Being Chip must be a pisser. You just laugh at everything. Great.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, good sense of humor.
Yeah, do you?
I enjoyed that. The first sentence you said was, he's given up on looking heterosexual.
Yeah.
And then the second sentence you said was, he's got his radio wizard glasses on.
Yeah, I am kind of.
Where's that guy been?
Alluding to the fact that those glasses are a little quay, a little queebish.
Where's he?
He's here today, I believe. He was in D.C. yesterday, making sure everything was okay there.
What? He was in D.C. yesterday?
Why would he have to go to D.C.? What's there for him to do there?
I don't know.
He's probably got music stuff doing over there.
Well, he can't do that over the computer or phone.
Right.
Skype
that shit.
There's no reason to go anywhere anymore.
Especially when you have a nonsense job to begin with.
Oh, God. You know he's not there literally turning a wrench on a piece of equipment, so everything can be done from a fucking email account.
Weird. It's weird that we didn't even know he was gone yesterday.
Jesus.
I think this gay marriage thing, I think this country needs a few more years, is what it comes down to.
Yeah?
A few more years.
I think we'll ever have a gay president.
Supposedly we already had one.
I don't know.
That one guy.
Oh.
The one guy, we've talked about him.
Yeah?
Yeah, all the features,
Coolidge.
all the features were there.
Yeah?
Help me out, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Who?
We did this break already.
The country is
knows.
never ready for the
Lincoln,
real
right?
change, though.
Lincoln?
What the
Jesus, E-Rock. They just put a movie out about him. And not a fucking,
Lincoln.
not a hint of his sexuality. Lincoln. E-Rock, please comment, E-Rock.
People still think he's gay.
What?
What?
Was it the hat? Made it look like a penis helmet?
Was it the shot to the head?
Right. It's not the first time he had a shot to his head.
E-Rock.
All right, here's the answer.
Oh, it's
Buchanan.
James Buchanan,
Yeah,
who
there's-
lived with William Rufus
Yes,
King.
remember we did this bit? Read
Yeah.
this thing.
All right.
All right, for many years in D.C. prior to the presidency, James Buchanan lived with William Rufus King, who was earlier vice president under Franklin Pierce.
So he lived
1853.
with a past vice president.
And he,
Just imagine.
wait.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, go ahead.
even worse. King was referred to by Andrew Jackson as Miss Nancy. While
That was like a big fucking. That's like saying faggot.
Yeah.
That's
Brown.
big back
Yes,
then.
Yes.
Aaron Brown called him Buchanan's better half.
Yes.
Wow.
It wasn't Lincoln, though.
It wasn't Lincoln, E-Rock.
Buchanan. Do we have a picture of Buchanan?
Yeah.
Or a painting? Something?
Yeah,
Let's see what he looks like. Is he
we
handsome?
did this bit. Yeah, he
Yeah?
kind of, you know.
Did he
I think he was wearing the cape still, way past the
boy.
point of presidents wearing the cape.
Oh, wow.
He started the whole wig thing.
Yes.
They were just embarrassed the president was such a
Jim
fruit.
Jeffries.
There's Jim Jeffries. Take a seat. We're talking about our President Buchanan, who apparently might have been gay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got on this. Ant goes, will we ever have a gay president? I said, there's rumors that we already had one, and his name is James Buchanan.
Of course, you'll have a gay one eventually.
Eventually,
But
yeah.
what I'm saying,
Hillary
we might
will
have.
get in, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that a lot. Yeah, you know what? It's funny, but I think we'd have a lesbian president before we have a gay man president.
And openly gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lesbian.
Flamboyant.
Well, Buchanan lived with an ex-vice president, and who was called Nancy?
The vice president that he lived with, the former vice president that he lived with.
Yeah, the guy he lived with. As he was president, was he living with this guy?
Before he was president.
Oh.
William Rufus King.
You had to toss him to the curb before he went to fucking 1600s.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gay.
Yeah.
And they called him Nancy. Not James
Miss
Buchanan.
Nancy.
Miss Nancy. Oh,
So-
you mean Miss Nancy over there?
Right.
And weren't there letters that popped up or something?
Yeah.
The Cheever letters.
There was a song.
Found him in the burnt out cabin.
2 C's with a fucking O and a K.
And now people are trying to back up E-Rock. There are rumors that Lincoln was gay. And then this guy writes, pull up Pierce. He looked gay.
See, this is
He's got the gay, look,
the gay face.
The gay
this
face.
is the thing with Lincoln is that they have like we all just fucking wank over Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like he can't do anything wrong. But they go, that's the best depiction of Lincoln ever. Fucking who knows that?
Yeah, no one knows for sure.
He's doing the depiction of the guy at the fucking Gettysburg Museum who does the animatronic.
Right, in the Hall of Presidents.
7 years ago.
A machine did it at Disney years before Daniel Day-Lewis.
He's
You're
doing that cunt, right?
Yeah.
But we don't know. In the same way we don't know what dinosaurs sound like.
Yeah,
right.
We just assume because they're big fucking lizards that they go rah, but we don't know.
They probably didn't even make a sound.
They might sound like sheep.
Oh, yeah.
Or cats. Or, yeah, exactly. That might have been their fucking sound.
That would look silly.
And for all intents and purposes, Lincoln we just think sounds like that because he was old looking with a shitty beard.
Yeah, yeah.
And he might have sounded like Andy Dick or anything.
Well, he had a high voice, right?
Sound like a poofta?
They finally figured out his voice was a little higher than we thought. So
Yeah.
A lot of people pissed off at E-Rock. We got to go to Bonnie in D.C. really fast. Bonnie, go ahead.
Hey, I just want E-Rock to defend himself because everybody knows Lincoln was gay. I just watched a History Channel program reading letters that he wrote about how he'd always loved this other dude.
Oh, they spoke differently in their letters back then.
Right, yeah.
Ah, my dearest Bartholomew, your ass cheeks are lovely this time of year.
I miss the smell of your taint. I misinterpret that.
Your balls on a warm summer day.
Anyone who can fuck Sally Field for that long.
Where are these letters, Bonnie? Where are these letters?
Yeah, what letters?
I'm telling you, I watched a History Channel program. It wasn't even 2 weeks ago, and they were reading the letters out loud, and they said,
all right, let's find the letters.
I fear my orgasms have left me a cripple.
The History Channel has the Bible now as history.
Yeah.
They're letting anything through the History Channel. They're fucking like porn dealers and storage wars. The History Channel's really dropped the ball.
I know, right?
They used to all be Hitler.
Just
They used to be able to
They
turn
ran out of
and go,
Hitler stuff.
The
though,
Hitler
finally.
Channel.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
they just went, fuck Hitler.
Yeah.
Let's go for warehouses with stuff and a guy bidding on it.
I like the old days. Hitler and his Nazi menace sweeping across Europe.
They show him like tussling the hair of a young German boy.
Yes. And now it's fucking, how much can we rip you off for a fucking baseball card that's worth $20,000?
Yes. E-Rock, you going to defend yourself or what?
The baseball card's old, so that's what's history.
Right.
But the Bible thing is, I started watching the Bible on the plane coming over here.
Yeah.
Because I thought comedy purposes, right?
Sure.
I want the Bible to start with like just black, and then like.
Oh, you want the whole
and then
fucking.
I want a finger. It fucking leaps forward to Noah's Ark in
What?
the first episode.
It did, huh?
And Noah just telling his family about the beginning.
Oh,
really?
It's like Noah sitting on the boat going, and then he made the animals, and then he made some light, and here we are.
Oh.
And,
So there's a lot of hearsay.
Yeah.
By this Noah guy.
Second, third party fucking testimony.
And it gets onto the History Channel.
And this one begat that one, and that one begot that one, and begot.
They always leave out those movies, because I grew up watching Cecil B. DeMille movies.
Oh,
and
yeah,
all that type of
epics.
stuff. But they always leave out it's like Abraham, the guy who went to the top of the mountain and God said, you got to kill your son, and then God was like, kidding. You know that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but because you're going to kill your son, you're right by me. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, God, cut it out. Fucking, yeah, you're killing me. Why would you do that? I was about to kill him. You fucking crazy bastard. Right?
But he's like, you were going to do it, weren't you?
Yeah, because I really love you. I really, really love you. I was going to kill my son with no fucking issue.
Yeah.
And then the next bit of the Bible is, and then Abraham went home and fucked his sister. And that bit's just never depicted in the movies, where he had a celebratory fuck of his sister.
Wow.
Where he went, oh, fuck my sister.
It's like, I don't have to kill my kid. I'm going to fuck my sister.
It's a natural response.
Right. It's, anybody would do that. Wow, I never realized that.
Well, we got two things.
I might have made that up.
Well, we got
I'm
two
pretty
things.
sure I read that.
We got two things going on though.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
Everyone wants to talk about Lincoln. They said he shared a bed with a young boy soldier for years.
Oh, boy toy.
Do you have any info yet, Sam?
Yeah.
Because Iraq's not defending himself.
In 19th century America, people need to understand that men commonly bunked with other men.
In the same bed?
Well, for example, when lawyers and judges traveled the circuit with Lincoln, the lawyers often slept 2 in a bed and 8 in a room.
Right.
Don't judge.
No, don't judge.
William H. Herndon recalled...
Why? Why wouldn't you just take the floor at that point?
Well,
Was it that cold back then?
Please, freezing cold, and then the rats on the floor.
Yeah.
You got to sleep with another man. And you got to put your dick in his ass, too, to keep it warm.
Just to fucking forget the fact you're being eaten by bed bugs.
Exactly.
If you're getting your ass fucked, you're going, ow, ow, and you forget that you're being chewed alive.
They just freed the slaves for the extra space.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything. They didn't like black people. It was just that they were taking up too much space in the bed.
But who was the first guy who went, all right, this is fucked up. I'm not sleeping with a dude anymore.
His name would have been Gary.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
What else, Sam?
Well, a tabulation of historical sources shows
Historical horses.
Lincoln slept in the same bed as at least 11 boys and men during his youth and adulthood. There are no known instances in which Lincoln tried to suppress knowledge or discussion of such arrangements.
And we vilify Michael Jackson. He didn't do nothing. He was just Lincoln-esque.
Oh, Lincoln, fucking Jesus Christ.
Lincoln met Joshua Fry Speed. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yes.
In 1837, they lived together for 4 years.
Roomies.
During which time they occupied the same bed during the night.
They were the Bert and Ernie of the Civil War.
Yes. I think it's just
4 years sharing a bed with another dude?
they're roommates.
Yeah, sure. In the same bed, no.
Lincoln's big feet.
Yeah.
Just fucking getting all tangled with the other guys.
He wore a size 17 shoe. The other guy would worship his feet.
Oh, God.
Because Lincoln had to sleep sideways because he was so fucking tall. So that
yeah,
doesn't
that's
give
true.
a lot of room for the other dude.
Well,
So
you know
that
what you
doesn't
do with
seem
your
convenient
You
at
know what
all.
you do with your girl? You kind of play footsie under the covers with her, and maybe you did that with Lincoln.
With Lincoln's big hairy foot.
Yeah.
You know he had a big hairy foot.
Lincoln playing What's Under the Stovepipe hat on his lap. Is it hard? Is it soft? What is it?
He would cut the top out of it like you do with a chick with a popcorn bucket in the movie.
In the movies.
And his roommate would reach in and just tug his cock.
Has anyone officially...
Can I enter your log cabin?
Yeah, give him a fucking extra log.
You think anyone has done the popcorn trick for real?
I doubt it.
What's the popcorn
I've fallen
trick?
for it. It's where you cut the hole in the bottom of the popcorn so when a girl reaches in, she grabs your cock.
Oh, yes.
Put your
Do
dick
you
through
think
it.
people actually did that?
Yeah.
Someone
I
had to.
think someone's done it, but it's the difficulty of keeping the erection. Because me with a flaccid cock, I wouldn't even penetrate the fucking popcorn
I think
box.
you'd have to pull your balls and dick through it.
Yeah.
Like really get it in there,
it's
like
the-
good presentation.
It's the going in, sitting down, getting yourself worked up so you got a stiffy.
Yeah.
Right? And then, she mightn't get to the end of the popcorn for a few minutes. And if you're watching a sci-fi movie, very difficult to keep the erection that long. That's what's so impressive about that trick.
That is pretty, you bring up a good point. But you got to think, all that fucking greasy butter, that could feel pretty good.
I don't know if butter and salt are what...
Oh, the salt might sting.
Yeah.
Through the...
And the kernels, the little pieces of kernels that got stuck. Imagine one of those in your cock hole.
Yeah.
It would be fucking very unpleasant.
It really doesn't sound like it works very well.
No.
Lincoln,
I'd rather just grab her, reach over and grab her tit.
Yeah, give her some juju beads. Smelled the right way.
What's wrong with old school rape? Why do you have to dress it up?
You don't have to make it a trick. Yeah, that's silly.
Sam, more?
Yeah, Lincoln's bodyguard and companion, Captain David Derrickson, between September
Played by Sally Field in the movie.
and April 1863.
Yeah.
The two of them would share a bed when Lincoln's wife was gone.
Sharing too many beds.
You know, it's a warmth issue. It's very cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, I took a friend of mine on the road with me for the last few gigs I did, and we shared a hotel room. If you haven't done it in a while, like with the two beds, delightful.
Really?
It's you wake up. You know how you wake up next to a woman, and it's that. How's the day going? Am
I in trouble?
The first thing you ask a woman is how are you? Is everything okay? Are we going to have a good time today? Is today a good day, or is today shit? Am I in trouble today? Have I slept weird? Have you had a nightmare of me cheating on you? Because if you've had a nightmare of me cheating on you, then we're having a shitty fucking day.
She's going to treat you like you did cheat on her.
Yeah, where you wake up next to a friend, it's like, we got fucked up last night.
Now it's, war stories.
And you have little stories, and then you go back to sleep, and then you fart and you giggle at each other. It's fucking delightful waking up next to a friend.
Delightful.
Wow. So you put your opener in the bed with? I mean, they're the same room? Oh, I'd never do that.
It was my very best friend was coming out to stay, and we shared a room for like 5 nights. Ordinarily, I'd never done it. And now I'm thinking of doing it with everyone.
Right.
Because I had such a good time.
The toilet though, but you gotta smell his dump when you walk in. Oh, it would drive me fucking nuts.
That shit would drive you nuts, Jimmy.
Oh, I would literally, even if it was my best friend, and the only option was share a room or sleep on the roof in the cold.
Yeah.
I'd put him on the roof.
That was the thing, like, with baseball players and any sporting players up until about 10 years ago, they always shared.
Yeah.
It was always, you always saw, and he shares a room with such.
They always talk
about
about their roommate,
Yeah. And now they don't do it, but it used to be with all sports. About 10 years ago, they all shared a room.
That's weird, huh?
I was watching that Ken Burns baseball documentary.
Yawn.
But I tell you what, you fucking know everything at the end of the thing. It's 14 hours of.
No, why? Because you're panicking, thinking you're going to be quizzed on it.
He can fucking put together a documentary, can he?
The bit that they play it like emotional, they play "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" really slowly on the piano. And if it wasn't for the color of his skin, he would have been the greatest player that ever lived. Din, 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 din.
Yes.
Din, 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 din.
Oh shit.
And Ty Cobb had a drinking problem and used to say the N-word a lot. Din, 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 din.
God damn.
Yeah, Ken Burns is good with putting that fucking music in, because the Civil War documentary, he did that where it was like a lone fiddle playing.
Right.
You know, and it was the most American lives that were ever lost in a battle. It's all sad.
And it's a slow zoom out.
Oh, yeah,
It shows
yeah.
one soldier, but by the end of it, my God, I feel the dead soldiers.
It'll play America the Beautiful very easily. We lost more people in that war than we lost in any other war.
Let me see. Here's what you hear. And 18,000 people were killed.
I thought he only did baseball documentaries.
No, that fucking Civil War
it's
one.
all over the place now.
And that one was done in real time. It's fucking wow. I'm saying it was long. It was great though, and to be able to put together a documentary where you don't have any fucking film or video. This was all still pictures and like paintings. But he did that thing that later would be called the Ken Burns effect, where he'd use a photograph but be able to move it in a certain way with the camera that it looked like action. You know, it's like, there's the fort. And then they pan over to the other side of the picture. There's the boat. And it's like, I see.
He made it like a 3D thing. Almost.
Yeah,
so
then they would
added depth to
they
it.
would like rotoscope out a character and then in the post they'd pull that forward from the background, blur the background to give it like a depth of field. Yeah, and it really looks amazing. Yeah.
I like how he just adds to his documentaries as he gets older. like baseball, you can tell was all wrapped up.
You think?
Like he ended it with and steroids, right? Like he was all done.
Yeah.
And then he came back. Well, it doesn't seem to be as we haven't done this documentary for 6 years. Steroids have gone away. The Boston Red Sox did win.
Yeah, he's got to fucking update.
Like, he just adds on to it before he dies.
Yeah, he's pretty good though. If you want to watch a goddamn long documentary on anything,
you find yourself watching the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Jeffries, why are you in town, brother?
I'm doing the upfronts for FX. We're
Nice.
doing.
Is this the bowling thing?
We're bowling.
I remember you telling us about bowling a couple weeks ago.
We're coming out. I've never flown so far to fucking bowl in my life. And if anyone from FX is listening, couldn't be happier about it.
Can you bowl?
Really?
No, I can't. I'm not a great bowler. If I play a game, I'll get like 2 strikes.
Right.
You know, I'm not embarrassingly bad, but I use an ultra light ball and sort of have a weird Fred Flintstone walk up to the line. You know,
yeah, the tiptoe.
It's not like I'm thinking right now when I get there I'm going to bowl the shit out of this place. Everyone's going to fucking know my name. I got off at the airport because there's all the people. I imagine Louis will be there. Is one of the other people I'll know.
Will he be bringing his Peabody?
He
just won a Peabody.
Oh, I thought that was the guy he slept with in his log cabin.
Right.
We just want to make sure we, congratulate Louis C.K. on his Peabody.
Yes. I have missed you, Peabody. Yeah, it was Colonel Peabody.
Which one is the Peabody? What award is that?
It's some journalist award. It's a pretty prestigious award.
Yeah, of course. Of course
it probably means more than an Emmy or an Oscar.
Yeah.
But we don't. Yeah. But it's prestigious.
You have to
Simon.
Yeah.
And Peabody.
I think it's for
time traveler.
And I think Russell Brand will be there. I know Russell, but apart from that, I was on the fucking plane with the Charlie from Sons of Anarchy. That's who I was sitting next to.
Oh, cool.
And I got off the plane, and you've never been less of a celebrity when all the autograph hunters just fucking zoned in on him, and I just walked straight through.
Oh, man.
And the thing was, I don't want that attention or anything, but the executives from FX were walking through the airport with us as well.
Oh, no,
and
you want them to see
you. Could actually see the pay difference between the two of us, like where their money was going.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the guy from Sons of Anarchy, yeah, he gets to go through. He's very British, that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, very British.
Well, the thing is, you think because he's meant to be a tough guy biker, but I always watch that show like, are you tough? Are you? You know what I mean? Like, it always seems like actors, because all actors are fags, right? And it just seems like actors going, yeah. Don't fuck with me, and you know they're all like fucking snapping their fingers for a fucking latte as soon as the cut.
You're tough, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Have you got a painted on tattoo? You're a big boy now.
That's a very good question. So the bowling goes down today?
The bowling goes down today, and we're meant to bowl against the advertising people.
Boy,
yawn!
It must be a big day for them, though. They're like, well,
they're way more excited than you guys are.
Yeah, but imagine the cunt that has to bowl against my team of DJ Qualls and Dan Bacadell, like the ugliest people on television. my show is the ugliest people ever to be fucking put on a screen. If my TV show will never have a calendar, right? There's never going to be like...
No.
In February, we got a picture of Rodney in his underwear just leisurely walking the beach.
Nice.
Right? So they got to bowl against us, and you know the disappointment. If we get some like mid 40-year-old women who are executives who want to bowl with, say, the guys from the Americans or the fucking Charlie from Sons of Anarchy. And they get me and DJ Qualls, who looks like an AIDS victim, right? and Dan Pacadell. We're going to have the depressed group.
That's a cool shot. Of course, we're talking about Legit on FX.
Yes.
With our friend Jim Jeffries.
Wow. Yeah.
The bowling thing, Australia, you didn't have American bowling, right? You had that.
No, that's the one thing that the whole world agrees on.
No, New England, they'd go with those tiny little fucking softballs.
Candle pin
I thought
bowling.
the whole world
except for
we all
New
like
England.
pin bowling. Even like there's people in burkas just fucking throwing a ball
Bowling,
down, going, it's good.
Have you seen candlestick bowling?
No, but we have.
It's a nightmare.
We have my
We tried it once up there in Boston. It's not fun at all.
My father lawn bowls every day.
Lawn bowling.
What's lawn bowling?
Lawn bowling is
bocce ball.
No, it's a different thing. It's similar, but it involves the ball curves. It's on a flat bit of grass.
Yeah,
and you roll it, and the ball curves, and there's a jack, and then you got to get the ball. It's the same as bocce is in the rules, as in you have to get it closer, but you do it from about 50, 60 meters away, and. Old people it's something you just start doing when you're old. You're like, all right, I'm lawn bowling now.
Yeah.
You know, and my dad just does it just so he doesn't have to see my mum.
You know what sucked about candlepin bowling?
I hate it.
Like you take the ball and it's got no holes in the ball. You just
Get a
palm
video
it.
for Jim Jeffries.
You palm it, and no matter how hard you threw it, it would hit the pins and go like cling, cling, cling.
It would kind of bounce off them.
Like there's nothing better than when you throw a fucking bowling ball and
That
you get a
noise.
good fucking and it curves and hooks right in the pocket and just and it makes a great sound.
Everything goes.
The candlepin is just clang, clang. Clangety clang.
I tell you what, that bumper bowling though is making kids into tards.
Oh yeah, you need gutters. Come on.
All right, because my fucking my nephew's like, what is he? He's like 14. Yeah, I took him bowling, and him and his friends had never been fucking without the bumpers up.
You don't know what a gutter ball
and
is?
I said, you got to put it down, man. You look ridiculous.
It's stupid.
And then the little fucker, his sister beat him because she had the bumpers up because she's an 11-year-old girl. Like, who gives a fuck? Let her have the bumpers up.
Yeah.
She beat him because, you know, she's playing a sport that doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah.
And then he had a fucking cry.
Oh,
I've never been
shit.
more disappointed because his sister beat him. And I was like, fucking man up.
Look at this shit.
Yeah, look, see that little candle.
You must have seen this before.
No, I never seen it.
Listen to the
It
sound.
looks like tablets.
Yeah, watch.
Yeah, listen to the sound. They look like old Tylenols.
I don't know what the strategy is. Look at the tiny ball.
Oh,
Look like Dennis Franz.
Yeah, he does kind of look like Dennis
Look at that.
Franz.
That's the ball.
He's one of those guys that when you meet him and someone goes, you know, he's 30. And you're like,
He looks 54.
you're like, how the fuck?
No, he's...
He's from that generation where everyone looked old.
Yeah.
Isn't it almost impossible to get a strike in candlestick bowling?
I would, with that fucking little ball.
Look at that
Do they do it in the U.S.?
Pins
Here we
are
go.
often. Yeah.
New England.
Oh, New England.
New England's
Yeah,
all
there you
about
just
it.
got a
There's the
strike.
strike right there.
But man, that has...
Is there places?
So stupid.
Or are people just doing it at home?
It's
New England is all about
New
it.
England, yeah.
So you go to
There'll be a bowling alley with candlepin bowling in it.
Lucky Strike candlepin bowling.
Lucky Strike.
They got the regular bowling up there as well, but they certainly have held on to the candlestick too.
Boy, if you're not a pro bowler or you don't bowl very often, it's really a hit or miss kind of game, isn't it? Like you could be like, hey, I bowled 210 that fucking round, and then the next round it's like 5 gutter balls in a row, and you'll convince yourself like, I think I got this now.
Because there's no guarantee your alley's going to be perfectly fucking level.
Well, that's true.
That'll fuck up these guys.
I just try to bowl it as straight and down the middle. There's no curve.
No curving, no fucking.
And you just, I can sort of see one, and then sometimes there's one that, well, that one's too straight.
Yeah,
that one's going to leave
a split.
Yeah, that one's too straight.
Yeah.
You want it just slightly off.
Right.
And then if I leave one
slightly off.
If I leave one ball, if I leave one pin in the corner,
that's a nightmare.
for me, I could fucking miss it by miles.
Yeah.
That's luck of the draw.
Yeah.
All I've got is straight down the middle. Is my whole tactic.
So if you have one in the corner, if you have a 7 or a 10 pin still standing, you have to bowl straight right next to the gutter.
Exactly.
And it has to go the whole way without going into the gutter.
you move all the way to the right and do the angle thing.
No, but he just needs to go
It's
straight.
not even the walk. It's not even the bowl. I've got to stand in the other person's alley.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And then bowl it down.
Okay.
I can't like do that.
No angles.
I can't visualize that. If I do it that way, it'll go. No fucking chance. Have you ever been like bowling with a girl and she beats you? It's demoralizing. Like I don't need to beat women in sport to feel good about myself. Right. But I do. Right?
Yeah.
And you bowl with a girl, it's like, all right, there you go. I had this one chick from Kansas who bowled like a 200. And it just was the biggest turn-off I'd ever seen.
You were done.
I want a girl that just fucking just gutter balls it and just goes, oh, well.
Whatever.
I don't want a bowling strikes.
I like a girl like you. You're right. One where the ball is heading toward the gutter. She's already turned around and has her drink back in her hand from the fucking table. That's a date.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Right.
she's
Some dummy with long nails.
Exactly.
Some dummy.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. Jim Jeffries is here. He's bowling. Anything else you want to promote? Legit's doing very well on FX.
Legit's on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And I am going to be told in the next hour whether we get a second season.
Oh, fuck yeah. Come on.
If they have you here, that's a good sign.
I think they're going to give me one, but I
think you got the second season.
I've had too many failures in my life to.
But then again, it would be fun that you get the bad call while you're live on our show. That could be fun too.
That would.
Let's be honest with each other.
That would be fun as well.
But we're not hoping for that. I think you got the second season.
They wouldn't bring you here for if you.
Yeah, they would have saved the fucking airfare.
I hope so. At the moment, I was.
Why can't they just tell you? Because they know right now.
They have announcements to make, and maybe we got it, but there's a stipulation or something. I don't know.
Man.
Maybe they'll ring up and go, "You have a second season, but less retards in this season."
Oh no!
Which will be tricky.
Yeah.
Because my brain always goes straight to
retard.
I was trying to write an episode the other day that was a funeral episode, and all I could think was, all right, so one of Billy's friends dies, right? And then all my brain was doing was, wouldn't it be great to have 6 Down syndrome people carry a coffin? Right?
They're the pallbearers.
Right? That's what I've written.
That's all you've written so far.
I've written.
It's a good start, though.
I'm sitting there going, it all builds from there.
Yeah, that's our jumping off point.
And you hear a horrified scream, and then the next shot is them walking out, and then you see the lid dangling, and you realize they're carrying it upside down.
Episode written.
All right, there it is.
All right.
I'm taking that, Jim.
That's good. Jim Jeffries, everyone. He's going to continue with us. Stay there.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
Fuck you, Fandango. Fuck you.
Yeah, here's the big FU to my fucking drone. Spent $3,000 on it, crashed it twice, spent another $3,000 fixing it. Fuck you, drone! Fuck you!
Hey, sir, one of your bozo callers complained about the ecstasy of gold playing during the intro. It's too long. What the fuck are you talking about? It's the most epic intro to the most epic radio show ever. Fuck you!
Fuck you!
Hey, this is a fuck you to Jimmy Norton. I recently watched you on Red Eye. Fuck. You look fabulous. Growing a bit of hair, wearing black chiseled chin. Fuck. You look fabulous.
Fuck you! I don't give a fuck. I'll sing all day. I don't give a fuck. I'm not singing anyway. I don't give a fuck about you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you very much for ruining another goddamn song. Every time I hear the show opener, Clear the Lane, it gets to the drum drop, and don't I hear in my fucking head, big jelly tits. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
This FU goes out to one-ply toilet paper. Really? You make me virginize my ass with my own finger because you're so cheap you can't even handle a somewhat sloppy shit? Or wipe my ass, my fingers almost goes halfway up my butt. Now you can't even say I'm an anal virgin anymore. Am I fucking gay? Fuck you, one-ply toilet paper.
Fuck you.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
I'm not acknowledging Lady Gaga Day that E-Rock decided to do. We like our themes, but I don't believe in it.
Oh, it's a lovely song.
Before we get back
I'm
to
still
Jim
getting
Jeffries,
over
I got to read
pastrami
this
day.
thing really fast. Masked Sexual Flavors is the new way to foreplay, available in 4 tantalizing flavors. These oral gel strips will be the spark to light your bedroom flame. Visit sexualflavors.com to purchase or find a retailer near you. Jim Jeffries in studio. He's doing some bowling today. Of course, the star of Legit on FX.
Yes.
And I was asking you about, I think it was the last episode, the character Pinball.
Yeah.
And
he's based on a real person.
Based on a real person?
Yeah, that was based on a real incident where I raced a couple of mentally challenged people in a home once.
Oh, right, yeah. You've told that story on the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's weird about Legit, you don't know if they're actors or if they're real. I mean, Rodney...
Most of our disabled people are mentally or physically, yes. But occasionally, though, I don't even have the option. It's like I said... there was a scene where I was meant to be chatting in a bar with a couple of comics, and I thought, who are a couple of nice blokes who deserve a break, who are comics? So I picked a couple of guys I knew in LA, and one of them was Brad Williams, and Brad Williams is a dwarf. And then I was like, I didn't even need to choose a dwarf for that. It just so happens. I must have a hard-on for this.
Yeah, just for fucking freaks.
And then this episode tonight, we have Vern Troyer, who's Mini-Me, singing the national anthem at a baseball game. That's great. And originally, we had Charo in the script, and then Florence Henderson was meant to come down. We were trying to get like a kitschy celebrity to do it. And then none of them were available. And then it was like, oh, fuck it, let's get Vern Troyer, Mini-Me. And then it was like, another disabled person. How did this happen? We didn't even...
Is he cool?
He was, well, you know, he seemed cool, yeah.
And how tall is he really? Is he like this?
He's
2 feet?
shorter than my 4-month-old son.
Wow.
Yeah, he's under 2 feet. Yeah, he's a little...
How's he still alive?
Right? Those organs would have just shut down.
Not only are they tiny, they're all squished together.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him that. I thought that would be bad manners.
That would be bad manners. Good call.
Well, he's been around a while now.
How are you still alive? That's terrible.
How can you live being less than 2 feet tall? Does he walk into the room?
No, he comes in on a scooter.
Right, he's still doing that scooter?
Yeah, him and getting on and off the scooter is... And also, he had the iPad mini with him.
Oh,
and I thought that must have been a big day when they announced that for him. Like, the other iPad was like, this isn't convenient at all.
No.
Like, product of convenience.
It's like a large screen TV for him.
Yeah.
He's carrying around
his eyes still work the same. It's not like he's...
Is he still drinking? Wasn't he on Celebrity Rehab or Sober House or one of those shows? Oh, Surreal Life.
Surreal Life.
Surreal
But he got
Life,
fucked up on Surreal Life.
Yes.
Yeah, he wasn't fucked up at the time I knew him. He was just singing the national anthem.
Look how
so small
he is. That's just amazing.
So I was telling you a story in the break, and I never really got through. Okay, so when this relates very vaguely to pinball. So I was shagging a chick in Vegas who many years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in America, shagging means fucking. Yes, having sex.
I didn't want to be
And
so.
Vegas
I know
means
every-
preschool.
So I'll tell the name of the girl was Samantha Harris. She's a redheaded ex Playboy model.
Let's take a look at her.
Yeah, you can have a look at her. She's very pretty when done up. Put redhead. Samantha Harris redhead.
How many years did he get her after she was in Playboy? That's kind of important.
This is a few. No, she's still in her 20s.
It was still within the range.
There she is. There.
Oh,
Get
Jesus.
one.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dude, come on.
Yeah, but in the morning she looks like a burn victim. Anyway,
Come on, really?
no, she's all right. No, she's a very pretty
A
girl.
little too freckly.
She's actually very nice. She had abs. Didn't work out. She had abs on her. It was unbelievable. But,
Really?
So I was seeing her, and I would still say she's a very nice girl. So she was living in a house. She was working by the pool in Vegas, earning however much they earn in tips, where it's just pretty girls in bikinis serving drinks, right?
Yeah.
She was living in a house with another 6 girls who all did this job, right? And they're all fucking. You see there, she's a slightly retarded look to her. Anyway, so she was living in this house with 6 other girls who did this job, right?
Yeah.
Now you know how girls don't have interests or hobbies, right? Besides themselves, like men are like, I'm Jim, and I also like cars and pinball machines. And when I was a kid, I used to make models and watch soccer and you know what I mean? Like men have shows they like and things they're into, and women just have like, I like my hair to look good. You know what I mean? like sometimes ugly women have interests, but good-looking ones.
Not so much.
They don't have hobbies. I don't care. Like, your wife's a very good-looking woman, right? Does she have a hobby?
Yeah, I think so.
No, I
think so.
If you have to think about it, my mum's a fat, unattractive woman. She collects teddy bears and dolls.
Oh, so she has hobbies.
Good-looking women don't have hobbies. They're too busy fucking maintaining the facade, right?
The facade.
But what they'll do is, if they like a guy, they will all of a sudden just pick up your hobbies. You know what I mean? Where they'll be like, okay, we're going to go see the Dodgers. I love them, right? So I like pinball machines, right? Always like pinball machines. Now I got a bit of money. I've bought myself some pinball machines, right? And when I was in Vegas, I was like, let's go to the Pinball Hall of Fame. So I take a Playboy bunny out to the Pinball Hall of Fame. Can you imagine the fucking nerds in this place? It's over the road from the Liberace.
Didn't even know they had a Hall of Fame.
The guy who owns it doesn't even want people to know. There's no fucking sign out the front. He just wants to sit there cleaning his machines and.
Oh, is he the hoarder guy that has a warehouse and he's just collected
that's
them?
in Jersey. That's by Atlantic City.
Oh, okay.
Stop showing pictures of her. I regret not fucking that anymore.
Does she have a nice pussy?
I'll tell you something about a pussy. There's a lot of photoshopping on that thing.
Why?
It doesn't look as nice in the flesh. It's the Playboy have done some.
Why is it really meaty?
Not in the pictures. Anyway,
interesting.
No, she's a very nice girl. I'm going to say that again one more time. Very nice girl. She's married now, so it doesn't matter. Anyway. So I went, let's go play some pinball. And all the girls that she lived with, I look like a troll to them, right?
Yeah.
Unless you know I'm a celebrity, I'm a fucking ugly looking guy, right? So I show up to the house and she likes my stand up, and I met her online or whatever, so she thinks I'm great. But the 5 friends she lives with, the other Playboy models, are like, who the fuck is she?
Oh, man.
Who the fuck is she brought over to the house? We're all dating Luigi and his Ferrari, and he's brought over this fucking troll, right?
Oh, man.
So they all hated me, right? And not hated me, just dismissed me.
Didn't understand.
Yeah, dismissed me, right? So I take her along to play pinball, and I'm there going, wow, this is a really done-up version. I'm really interested in the machines, and she's acting interested, like, this is exciting.
Oh, no.
And then I play the new Indiana Jones machine that's they make, which incidentally isn't that great a machine. The old Indiana Jones is fucking awesome. But the cool thing about this Indiana Jones is it has the Ark of the Covenant at the back, and it has an 8-ball multi-ball, which is like most times you get like
crazy.
4-ball multi-ball. And I played this thing for a fucking hour until that thing came through, right?
Yeah.
And then I come back.
Multi-ball.
I come back with to the girl's house, and one of the girls is in the kitchen. She goes, so how was your day? I go, how was my day? I got an 8-ball, right? All dead proud of myself. And then her eyes sort of lit up, and then all of the fucking Playboy bunnies came out of the holes like rats.
Oh, my God.
Like,
they thought you meant Coke.
Yeah, but I didn't. I hadn't clicked.
An 8-ball,
I hadn't clicked on this yet. So I sang around, and all the girls are really interested in my conversation.
Oh,
They're
no.
all sitting around, and I'm there going, yeah, well, you know, the first machine to have flippers was Humpty Dumpty.
Oh, you dick.
I'm talking about baseball, and I'm thinking, these girls are all right. They're not as vacuous and as boring as I thought.
Oh, man.
And then the ballsy one out of all the 6 girls stood up and went, are you going to share this or not? And I went, what? And they go, the 8-ball. I went, oh, no, I don't know.
Oh.
They couldn't have left the room quicker and more disappointed.
They didn't like you to start with, but now they really fucking hated you.
I've broken up their day of looking at themselves. You know, they were tanning or something, and I interrupted that with my lies.
Wow, that's funny.
Holy shit.
There she is. She has a tremendous body. She just makes a living out of bikini competitions. See,
Really?
That's another thing that fucking females make. Bikini. What the fuck are you... You make a living out of walking along a fucking thing in a bikini, and people vote whether you do that good.
And that's your living.
That's your living. It's
yeah, that's amazing.
it's that whole thing that men are just such dogs when it comes to sex, where we're just like, we'll just pay someone to walk around. You know what I mean? Or we'll go to it's like when a woman goes on a bachelorette party and they think they're fucking outrageous for having a straw with a little cock on the end of it. Like, look at this. This straw has a little cock on it. We're mental, right? Right? Yes. And a man thinks he's outrageous because he fucked a prostitute. Right? Which is a completely different emotion. But women are like little bobbly cocks hanging off their heads.
Look at us. What goes on here stays here, ladies. Come on. Don't talk about the fucking springy dick hats we were wearing.
But it's also that men are so fucking gross. Like you'll say to a friend, you'll come out of a lap dance and he'll go, "How was it?" You'll go, "How was it?" "It was awesome. She parted her ass cheeks and shoved it on my face." Right? Like, that's how good it was. Right? Where no woman's ever fucking had a private dance with a man, which is like, he just pulled his testicles really hard and pulled his ass apart and shoved his ass over my nose. It was one of the best experiences of my life. Where men will be like, she shoved her fist in her ass. Where a woman would be like, he shoved his fist in his ass.
Yeah, she'd be horrified.
I feel violated.
Counseling.
Yeah. Like think of every nasty stripper move when the girl just fucking gets on the floor and just she licked my shoe and then just fucking pulled my cock. Like if a girl came back, he licked my shoe and then started fingering me. It was so gross. Right, but if you get a hand job in a strip club, you're like, that was a good stripper. You start fingering a girl randomly.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Oh, very. Yeah, I would gather it would be extremely awkward. I remember going to bachelor parties, though. You talk about that, the bachelorette parties, and they think it's all just crazy for the girls to go out and do that. I was at a bachelor party once. Two girls show up, and they're on the couch, and they're making out and fingering each other. They're totally naked. And they had sex toys, just thrown all around this place. And guys went to the biggest fucking dildo they found that was laying around. They were the little pocket rockets. And then there was something called the anal intruder. And they picked that up and just started fucking shoving it into one of the girls. Just walked over as they're making out and just shoved it in her.
Well, the girls brought that knowing, though, they can handle
course.
it,
Yeah. No, there was nary a complaint, believe me.
There's a comedian from Canada called Mike Wilmot, who's
I know Mike.
Very funny.
He's very funny guy.
Yeah. And we were at a bachelor party, and he's he wears glasses, right? And everyone's getting lap dances or whatever, and there was one girl walking around stripping, and she comes up to Mike and she pulls his glasses off and she puts one handle up her ass and one handle in her cunt, and then she pouts it so that the glasses start probing out like that.
Shit.
Then she pulls both of them out, she licks the handles, and then she puts them crookedly back at his face. And he goes, "I'm sure that was very good, but I didn't see a thing."
Girls are very presumptuous, those strippers, as to what they think you're going to like or what, because, that's fucking disgusting. The glasses were up her ass and...
You wouldn't want to put your glasses on if they were in her cunt?
I don't think so.
Give me your glass eye. Thank God Sammy wasn't there. He popped his glass eye out and put it in her asshole and shoved it back in his head.
It's peeking around. Yeah. She can fucking manipulate it where it looks like it's looking, following you around the room.
There's certain things, like if you go to Thailand, there's things that strippers do, which, when did it go from sexy to just, well, that's a talent?
Right, a trick or something.
Like, no one's ever seen a woman shoot a dart out of a cunt and pop a balloon and gone.
That is amazing.
Fucking hell. That's all I want to masturbate
We've
to.
seen eggs. We've seen a girl throw eggs from her vagina.
I know, it's interesting, but you don't get a stiffy.
It's not sexy.
No,
it's not
sexy.
fucking
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
We had one of these, stripper bachelor girls come by, and she would throw eggs from her vagina. She had a little hip motion, but still.
It was pretty amazing.
We would swing at him with a wiffle ball bat.
But that's like as sexy as watching fucking, a magician. There's nothing hot about it.
But it's still cool as hell.
But it's also if you've ever fisted a girl, when you fist a girl, there's a bit like, well, I've done that now. But then there's another bit where if she proud of herself or really disappointed in the slackness of her vagina? Is she like,
Am I the only one in the room that has never fisted a girl?
Probably.
yeah,
You fisted?
Of course.
I have, yeah.
You know what I worry about when I
Sam's
fist a
shaking his
girl?
head no.
My fingernails. I worry that my nails are going to cut the inside of it. That's the weird thing I worry about. Yeah.
It's always like a few fingers, and then your brain. It's never like you go into like you walk into a place like today fisting. it's always a spur of the moment. Like fucking hell, I could fit another.
I could
finger.
get 3.
And then
There's
you're like,
4.
Is it creepy?
Of course, it's creepy.
Is it creepy to do?
No, because what they like about it, or some of them like about it, is when your 4 fingers are in and your thumb goes in, it's almost like picture you're picking up a penny. All your fingers are together. And then when you start to talk about curling it into a fist, they get crazy. Like you tell them I'm starting to make, they're like, oh my God, I'm getting fisted. Like there's something so taboo about it.
Oh, I've never fist like
Well, that's
I've
easy.
always, I've always just kept the hand like
yeah, but then you
that.
curl it into a fist. Yeah.
And then you like that monkey that went to grab the nut and made a fist and he couldn't pull his hand out of the hole anymore. You're too dumb to stop making a fist.
I always keep my hand like I'm trying to get something down the side of my car seat.
Yes.
You know, it's like this is the weird thing now with I have a car where you just press the button to start the engine.
Ooh, fancy.
I want to go back to keys.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. But now I lose my fucking keys in my car.
Oh, because you had
Before I used to know where they were.
you had to know where they were every day because you're fucking driving, yeah.
Yeah, but now it's like, I got to get out of the car. Where the fuck did I put the keys?
Oh, boy. Yeah, it was a good point. Fucking technology. If you weren't making that legit money, you wouldn't have a fucking car with a push button.
And also, I've done things like, I went to my girlfriend once. I said, okay, drop me off here or something. I got to the doctor's or whatever. And then she had the car, and then I've walked off with the keys, walked into the doctor's office. She's driven 200 meters and just conked out.
Oh, is that what happens? Because it gets away from the key.
The distance from the key.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I didn't know that would happen.
Yeah,
Can't you not lock the key if it's inside too? You can't, because I have one of those as well, and I'm always afraid I'm going to lock the door and then close it. But can't you not lock it if it's inside, or is it harder to?
I don't think you can. I don't know. I haven't tested that, but I think it's very hard to lock it inside of it because you'd have to press the key to lock it.
you got to press the
and
key
you
to
can
lock
push
it.
That key usually charges when there's an ignition there, so you could take that fucking key. It's shaped like a thumb, and it's like a long weird one, and you could take that and push it into the ignition. Right there, you don't turn it, but you leave it there, and that's how you charge that thing.
Where is that?
It should be right by on a BMW. It's right by the button. Right by the button you push to the left. There should be a thing to put your key in.
The future.
And then when you want to pull it out, you push the key in.
I got to find that hole and push it in.
I like a key.
I
like a good fucking metal key.
Nah, you break it off.
Also, I got a
key.
new key, and the key was like $140 and $60 to program.
Program your
and
fucking
like,
key.
Fucking $200 for a fucking key, man.
Wow.
I should be able to meet some fucking Italian bloke who also will fix a shoe. I always found that weird that was the job. I make keys and fix shoes.
Yeah.
And you're like, who put these things together? That's as weird as I'm a lawyer and I do gardens.
Yeah. I like the idea of a regular key, and if I lock it in the Escalade, I call OnStar, and they go, okay, we'll pop the lock, and then you just stand there, and they fucking send a signal out, and it goes, unlocks your doors. It's fucking crazy.
I hate OnStar's directions. Kenny has that in the truck. The directions, you got to call them.
With a navigation system, why the fuck do you use their directions?
He doesn't have a navigation system.
What? Why wouldn't Kenny have a nav system?
Because he doesn't drive a lot.
Yeah, you gotta have a
doesn't
nav
really
system
drive a
now.
lot. He doesn't drive to a lot of
It's like having
places.
a fucking
Do you remember,
radio.
like, before you used to go out places, you used to
Dude.
look at a book, and you'd get the
A
number
map.
and
Yes.
the thing.
G6, let me see. I can't find that street. It's not here. It's not fucking here. I swear. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. And then it wasn't just like, I have to drive down here. You have to go, all right, I got to go up to page 4. It was like Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yeah.
Right? You have to go back to 46.
Yes.
And you go, all right, then that map. And I think it's made me stupider.
Absolutely.
I used to be like fucking mapping shit
Able to
out.
figure shit out.
And now it's like, I don't give a fuck.
You did have to map it out, and you chose which routes to take for distance and speed and shit like that. And now with a nav system, you don't even know where you are at any given moment. No. It's like you're just waiting, fucking 40 miles and I to take an exit. So you know you're good for 40 miles. It used to be you had to look at every sign to see if your fucking street was coming up.
Exactly. And who needs that? If there's a down tree somewhere and you got to turn around and go fuck your mother, you're lost. With a nav system, it just reroutes you. It's fucking great.
I understand, but you know, just not knowing where you are because the nav knows. I don't have to know even what fucking city I'm in.
I used to sell car stereos and mobile phones, and we're talking 12. Actually, no, hold on. I was about 21. So 15 years ago, I used to sell these things. And we had the first ones in the shop.
Really?
Right? And we had a display thing, and it was about 4,000 Australian dollars to get one of these things.
Jesus.
Right? And now you get one for $100.
Bucks Super Stereo World?
Yep.
and it was, I used to demo it to people, and I never sold one because no one believed it worked.
Yeah.
And I didn't believe it worked because I'd never seen one actually work.
Right.
All I had was this display model and me going, it'll tell you how to get places. And then like people would go, bullshit. How does it know where you are? And I'd be like, I have no idea.
Good selling point there.
But my biggest, like, you know, when you sell things, you put little jokes in. So I go, it has a male voice and a female voice that you can choose between. It was a big clunky thing you put in the trunk of your car. I go,
you put it in the trunk?
Yeah, and then like they fed a wire up to the front of your car because there was a big transmitting box there. And I said it has a male voice and a female voice. The difference is the female voice gives you the wrong directions.
That's a joke. And that'll be $4,000.
And then it never.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably a really literal name. The Finding Device.
It was. I was working for a company called Strathfield Car Radios in Australia, and our slogan was "Drive in and jive away." Right.
Wow, that's bad.
That's fucking terrible.
That is really fucking bad.
They've gone bust.
Drive in and
it was like drive in and jive away at Strathfield Car Radios today. Drive in and jive away. That was the big fucking thing.
The big jingle.
And it was me working with like Italian and Greek guys who really gave a shit about these fucking things. and I had like a comedy career that I wanted to get into. And it was just, I was just drunk the whole time. You know, like that age, I was like 23 and just getting leathered and waking up and leathered. And just, I remember once selling a car stereo to a bloke where it was like I'd walk into people's cars. This guy had a white van, and I'd be like this. You can get some 6x9s there. You can put a subwoofer there. I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
Just babbling shit from fucking.
Shit. And we'll run the wires here, and I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. And so then I pushed the job through, and I went to the guys who installed, and I got the apprentice guy who'd be there for like 2 weeks, right?
Oh man!
And I said, just put the fucking speakers there, put them there, run the wires here. Fucking Bob's your uncle. This will be fine, right? So this young lad just fucking starts cutting into the vehicle.
Oh shit!
And he puts. I told him where to put the speakers. He gets the saw out and goes. The fucking support beam on this truck, right?
No.
He cuts through it, and the roof just starts caving in.
No.
Right? So with one foul cut, we've totaled this cunt's vehicle.
Yes.
Like totaled it. Right?
Like totaled it.
And the guy comes back, and this is my opening sentence. I go, good news, stereo sounds great.
Oh no.
Bad news, you're gonna have to see your car. It was fucking, the roof was caved in.
Fuck.
And
Jesus.
You just have to apologize profusely.
What a dummy.
Did they just replace his truck?
I think we had insurance. The company had insurance for things such as that. We had another one where there was new BMWs, and you test all the wires, and no one had this new, there was if you tapped one wire, the airbag went out.
Oh shit.
And no one knew this about the new BMWs, right? So this guy's gone and he's sitting in the driver's seat, and he's pulled the stereo out to put a new stereo in, and he's tapping all the wires, and then poof, right? Knocked out cold. Because he's on that angle where his head's down in this thing. And so we just see this cunt passed out, that white powder everywhere from the fucking airbag. The car was about 5 hours old. The guy bought it and took it to get a new stereo.
Man.
And they're expensive to replace.
No shit. Oh
But I was
man.
also working in the days of fucking where we were talking about phones like this has a 9-hour battery, so you only have
wow.
to buy like 4 batteries, and
The good old days. Yeah.
and where you started to tell people the weight. This is how much this phone weighs.
Yeah.
Like, because people were actually going, that is, and we went all the way down to little tiny phones, and now we're going fucking.
Now we're going the other way.
The other way.
Yeah.
We can't figure it out.
People want big
What we
fucking
want.
screens.
Yeah.
It was weird. At first, yeah, you would get a phone and you were just amazed that you had a phone you could take with you. So it didn't matter how much it weighed, the features that were on it, as long as you could make a phone call.
Features?
Yeah. Make a phone call.
Sony had one that didn't have a screen.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck that worked. Like, you just had to memorize numbers. Right?
Yeah.
It was like a regular phone.
I don't remember that one.
But it had a remote control.
What?
I'm like, what fucking
Why would you need a-
retard is... How's that?
Why did you need a remote control for a
easier
phone?
than that?
Right.
But I remember when it came into the shop, like, this is the future. And it had a mouthpiece. Instead of an antenna, you'd hit it, and a mouthpiece would flip down, like, like a
Oh, they
little
didn't have a
bit of
good
the-
microphone, so they couldn't. You couldn't talk into like an iPhone where it's all the earpiece and the microphone. The mic had to flip out in front of your mouth in order for people to hear
we
you.
used to have, like, you used to program numbers, and you'd have to, like, so there wasn't a SIM card that went in the phone or anything. There'd be, like, the way to fucking get a number in a phone was to go hash, 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 443, and every phone had a
Whoa.
different combination. It was like a computer fucking idea.
Holy
and then you'd
shit.
put the number in. And I had this good-looking girl came in, and I was trying to talk to her. I was doing hash, 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 hash. And then I thought, what I'll do is, right, I'll program her number in 1 digit wrong, so she has to come back, right? Instead of asking her out right then and there.
Jesus.
I'll make her come back, right? And so she comes back, and then I go, and then she's laughing. I said, I'm so sorry about that. And then I went, look, I actually programmed your number in 1 wrong.
Oh, you did not.
Because I was hoping you'd come back. And she went, you just wasted my fucking time. And called my manager over, and I got in trouble.
That works with like a Brad Pitt could do that.
Yeah.
You
Or
know?
a rom-com. You can't do that in real life.
Yeah. A rom-com.
All right.
I thought I was brilliant.
We got to get the Sunday Gravy people in here if you want some good food real fast. Jim Jeffries is here. He's just in town to hang, really. Although you're doing Unmasked with Ron today, right?
I'm doing Unmasked, yes.
I don't know when that's going to air. I guess they'll explain that. Yeah. But you're taping it today.
I am at 3 o'clock, and then you can see me and all the stars from FX at Lucky Strike this evening.
There's my name up at the top of the fucking that tweet. They're showing it on CNN all fucking day. I'm part of the racist tweet that Robert Zimmerman, the alleged racist tweet.
The alleged. No, it's a racist tweet.
Well, it all depends on how you look at it.
No, I understand the point Zimmerman was making. Not at all. That's not
Yeah. He was making a point about the media and how they present people, victims and perpetrators and things like that.
I got to plug something before we do
plug
this real
away.
quick. I'll be at Caroline's April 11th through
I gotta make
14th.
wee-wees.
And April 19, 20, I'm in Magooby's Joke House. And then Stress Factory, Memorial Day weekend.
Well, why don't we do this? We'll go do wee-wees.
Yeah.
Roland's going to hand out some Sunday Gravy food. You eat yet, Jim? It's never too early to eat their sauce. This shit is the best. I'm telling you right now.
I'm a little hungover.
This might be perfect for you then.
What type of food is it?
It's sauce, Italian sauce, Sunday Gravy. They do it up right.
Have you seen this thing? Hold on, let me see if it works with this. All right, I'll tell you.
All right, what do we got? We got like pasta and stuff? Oh, beautiful. I need to eat before I go to Boston.
All right.
All right, we'll be back with Jim Jeffries, the star of Legit on FX.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.
I think it can do.
Yeah.
All right, we're back.
I didn't know.
Women are like, this can do nothing. Oh, brilliant.
What happened, Hope? What'd you drop?
Everything.
You dropped something.
Everything. Want to thank the people from Sunday Gravy. I'm telling you, my favorite fucking sauce in New York City, easily. If not everywhere. You tried yet there, Jim Jeffries?
I have.
Holy fuck.
This is my favorite sauce in New York City.
Yeah.
But there's a fucking place in Cleveland.
I know. It really is the best sauce I've ever had in my life. And it'll be good for your hangover.
I'm taking some home with me. Yeah. Because I fucking packed out. I ate 2 things this morning.
Just now?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Sauce?
No. I had a sandwich and I had some soupy. So I'm so fucking full. I'm like,
Roland, this is a nice surprise. I didn't know the Sunday Gravy people were coming in today.
Is there any juice in the house?
Juice? Yeah, they run this place.
They certainly do.
It's amazing.
Just go upstairs.
Like
Enjoy yourself.
Pineapple or orange or something?
Yes.
Can I have like one with ice? Is that like? Am I being really demanding?
No.
I feel
you're a fucking TV star for the love of
big TV
Christ.
star now, man. Start acting like one.
Come on. Yeah, act like one.
Start acting like one.
Start being a fucking asshole.
Right, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, I got Nick Daly who plays Rodney on the show, right? And he's like, it's weird when a mentally challenged person becomes famous.
I would gather. Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing.
Has it changed him?
Well, I said to him, I said, have you been noticed in the street yet? He goes, no, but in all fairness, I haven't been in the street.
Some logic there.
Yes.
A bit of logic there.
I went, in parks, anywhere, you've been noticed? Oh, I have been noticed, not in the street. Like his brain's like, not crossing the road. No one has stopped me crossing the road yet.
Yeah, he's thinking very literal.
Yeah.
Wait till your kid becomes a literal kid.
What, you saying my kid's going to be retarded?
No. Like we're teaching my kid how to hit a baseball, and we said you got to keep the eye on the ball. So he puts his actual eyeball on the fucking ball before he hits it. And then he tells
Chip. He's just doing chip jokes.
and then he tells everyone this is how you do it, and he puts his actual eyeball on the fucking tee.
That maybe your kid's simple.
I'm hoping not. God, I'm hoping not.
Simple.
And then the other day, I'm like, yeah, brushing your teeth is a real pain in the neck, and he's like, my neck doesn't hurt.
Have you ever?
Literal kid.
Literal
have you
kid.
ever? Like my kid, like I don't know what goes through his head, right? But we assume that he's a good person because he sleeps 8 hours. That's our whole benchmark. Of
That's all you got to work with.
His head might just be saying the N-word over and over and over again. I
He's
have no
a
idea.
great person.
but we don't judge him on that. We judge him on like, how's your baby? Oh, he's great. He's really good baby.
He sleeps
8 hours. And like, is that the benchmark on someone?
I guess so, until they start, becoming a real person.
No, you make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You feel like you got a good kid if they're doing just the most basic shit like that. Tony's outside. I think he wants to say hi because he's popping his head through the
My girlfriend
Our old engineer,
will give a round of applause to a baby rolling over, right? I bought her a fucking car, nothing.
Priorities.
Yeah.
Just had a nice chat with our old governor in New Jersey.
Did you?
In the bathroom?
No, outside.
Oh, Jesus.
What a lovely man.
Yeah?
Was he nice? Why doesn't he come in here?
He's doing POTUS interview.
Oh.
And
What is it? Peanut? What?
He asked where I was from in New Jersey.
POTUS.
We took a picture, and he was just chatty about different places in Jersey. Very nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, really nice man.
Did you chats about old truck stops and rest?
Well, we mentioned a few areas. What happened to we both knew what the other one meant. I was like, what happened to that one on 78? He's
oh,
like,
yeah. That one.
Ixnay on that one.
Roland, do we have to get a plug in for the Sunday Gravy guys? Is they good?
Oh, you fucking
Roland. What do we got?
Sunday Groovy.
Huh?
Sunday Groovy.
Let these guys get a plug in.
What is that? I was out of the room. What is exactly in there? It's Sunday Gravy. What is that?
All
soup?
the meat you could think of.
It's a lot of different meat.
I'll have one bite of it. I can hand me one.
It's delicious. Really is ridiculous.
How come you can't eat it on Thursday? Cocksuckers.
Yo, let these guys get their plug in real fast because I want them to come back. What do you got?
Slow braised.
Get in. Get on the mic.
Am I not on?
It's like you've never done radio before.
Yeah. Well, get on the bill.
I don't think that's turned on that mic. Is
Yeah,
it?
go ahead.
Yeah. So Sunday Gravy. It's a slow braise of pork and beef, slow braised on the bone, 6 to 8 hours, in tomato, basil, garlic, onions. We had sausage and meatballs. And,
Maron.
Yeah. So.
Like my mother used to make.
And we're
God bless her.
How good is that, Jimmy? I see you enjoying that. Is that the best shit ever?
I can't eat this today.
Oh
Tomorrow
my
night I'm going to eat
God.
bad. But I can't eat today.
Oh, don't eat it today.
What are you dieting for? You got something big coming up?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's finally here.
He's recording another special?
In Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, good
But you
work.
just get tired of the fucking self-hatred and the fucking mushy tits in the body, so that's fucking delicious. Wow.
I tell you what, there was a bit when we were filming the TV show where I lost weight before the first episode, and you can progressively see me get fatter through the season. like not just like a little bit, like it's noticeable. By
Right,
episode
right.
13, I'm fat, right? And I kept on thinking, like, this is the time in my life where I really should, because maybe someone will see me and think he's a funny guy, let's put him in a movie, right? But nah, old fucking fatty. Right, and I'm not funny fat either. Where you're like, you know,
Farley was funny fat.
Yeah, I should commit to getting really fat or really thin because this in
Right.
between thing's not fucking
Doesn't
funny,
work. You're not
right?
John Candy. You're not
Yeah.
fucking Chris Farley.
Anyway, but it was the catering on the set. I was
Oh,
on like
really?
a 3 donut a day. And then like the guy would bring around a tray of cookies, and then like you get to that stage where you're like, well, one cookie won't hurt me. And then by episode 13, it was like, I'm already fat.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
All in.
Caution to the wind, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Fuck it,
That
I'm
all-in
fat.
shit.
Yeah, I'm fat now. Let's fucking ride this fat train.
You got to fight so you don't go all in. All right, Sunday Gravy people, thank you.
Thank you.
That was delicious.
I am.
I don't know
I'm taking
where
this home.
are you located and all
Right
that
here.
shit.
We're located in. We moved to northern Jersey, about 45
Maybe.
minutes outside the city, but we're doing.
So you got
all
an
the-
amazing sauce that no one could really get.
But
That's a great business.
Is this
plan.
just sauce
It's
for like
available online at Sunday Gravy NYC.
Mister?
Sunday Gravy
Does
NYC
this go on,
online.
on like fucking spaghetti and stuff?
Yes.
Oh,
You throw that over a pasta. Can you imagine? Oh
I
my
just ate.
God.
I never actually
Hang on,
ate
hang on.
fucking sauce before. It's so good.
What?
I can imagine, yes.
Right, you asshole.
You asked me if I could, and I was thinking about it.
Imagine, if you will, in the world of imagination,
Excellent.
pasta with sauce on it.
I want to eat that
You're
whole
right.
thing.
You're fucking right.
You want to eat the whole thing, right?
Thank you, Sunday Gravy.
Spoon it into your mouth.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
I had 3 little nibbles, and then you have to tell yourself no.
It's-
I'm gonna take
it's
one
like
of the
when
little
people
bits.
say, I can't even imagine. And whenever someone says that, they really can't imagine.
You
it.
can imagine
And
it.
that's why they're saying it.
Yeah. I can't imagine that someone would do that. No, you can.
You can.
People are assholes.
Well, when they ask it rhetorically, can you imagine? Yes.
Just tell them
That
yes.
girl fell asleep and he fucked her in the ass. Can you imagine? Yeah.
Yeah,
Bet I can.
Very vividly.
Sure can.
We should start wrapping up. We got trains to catch.
Yep.
And it's not going. I thought maybe last minute you'd go, fuck it.
I'm gonna relax.
No, I got a poker game.
Nice.
That'll
be good.
And then it's Easter Sunday, right?
I went off poker when they got rid of the online stuff.
Yeah. I've had to find some games, but I play at my house. I have some friends come over and play some poker at my house. It's kind of fun.
They took everything out of my account for cheating.
What?
Me and my brother were cheating, so that was fair
How'd
enough.
they find out?
Fucking.
We would get on. My brother wasn't really into it, so we were playing $5 games. But we would go on games when he'd be in Australia and I'd be here, and we'd Skype each other, and we'd muscle up against people.
You tell each other what you have.
I'd go, I got this, and we were going under our grandmother's names. I was Betty Bell, and he was Mavis Duff, right?
Grandma's names.
Yeah, like our 2 grandmothers' names.
Yeah,
and those
yeah.
2 ladies never liked each other. We thought it was funny that they always met up for a poker
They're in the
game.
same room. It's amazing. Look at them.
How'd you get caught?
Because I think
Collusion, yeah.
Yeah, the collusion. They could start looking at. There was times when I was folding like pocket jacks if he had pocket kings. Like they're going, who fucking folds these off the flop? Right? Like they could see little bits of cheating going.
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And so, but the thing was, this is the weird thing. So I was playing $5 games with my brother. By myself, I was playing like $100 games. Or 50,
Oh yeah.
$50.
I would do that too. Yeah.
And I amounted like $700 in my account, and they fucking took all my money because my $5 cheating. I wasn't
Jesus, take my $5
I didn't cheat on my
cheating.
$100 cheating.
Right.
I wasn't cheating on the $100
I wasn't
game.
cheating on the 100. I was
Right.
just dicking around with my brother.
Yeah.
Who incidentally is a cop, right?
I was part of one of these online things, and you take the credit card, put money in, and this fucking I lost it all, whatever. But then they emailed me and said, Mr. Cumia, your bank did not give us the money. Like, apparently the bank said, no, we're not going to. They gave me credit for it, and I played with a lot of their money over the course of quite a while. Yeah. But the bank at some point just said, no, we're not giving you the money. And they were like, so could you please get in touch with us where we can arrange to have you give us this money? I'm like, fuck you. What do you think? I'm going to fucking, I lost it.
That's not my problem.
I don't give a shit. Your fucking mistake.
Who is that woman who's the mayor of somewhere that lost?
Mike Bloomberg.
No, she lost $1 billion in the Jack in the Box fortune.
Oh no!
Online gambling. She was the mayor of, I think, maybe San Diego or something.
Really?
Wow. She lost $1 billion online gambling, right? But then after she lost the billion, right, she lost $3 million that was from her late husband's charity that she dipped into that, and that's why she could go to prison. And now the court case is saying, she's got a tumor in the brain that's making her judgment a little bit fucking.
How do you lose $1 billion? Online gambling.
She lost the entire Jack in the Box
How do you
fortune.
fucking
if you have $1 billion, why would you do anything with that?
But
$1 billion.
Or the attorney for them?
No, she inherited all. Her late husband was the guy from the family line.
Worthless cunt.
What's the table max at some of those rooms? $1 million? I want to play the $1 million game.
Here it is. Former mayor of
San Diego.
What a worthless cunt.
$1 billion gambling addiction. That's 1,000 stacks of $1 million.
Yeah, or 1 million stacks of 1,000.
Wow.
A decade-long binge where she lost $1 billion.
That's $100 million a year.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What a fucking worthless cunt.
What a mush, too. She can't win a fucking... Jesus.
Yeah.
You think you could really muscle the table with a big stack. Wow. Jesus.
Yeah, and she was mayor of a fucking. So she
mayor.
Obviously, people didn't think she was a fucking dummy.
Yeah.
And then
Stockton, California, though that's where it was.
The Jack in the Box, fucking like the rest of the restaurant, the fast food place, Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
Jack in the Box. Yeah.
Or I thought she sold those things that went. Bing, ding, bing, ding, bing,
Yes.
ding, bing, bing, bing.
She handmade them and sold $1 billion of them for $1 each, and then lost her fortune.
I always find that Jack in the Box like adverts. The guy with the round head, creepy.
Yeah, the fucking the Jack in the Box.
Yeah, the Jack in the Box guy is creepy, and the fucking the what's creepier is the Burger King.
Oh, the King. Yeah, that was always very scary. Somebody wakes up and he's just hovering over your bed.
Yeah,
like that. I'd fucking lay some rounds into him. You fucking have some lead.
Hey, where in Australia was that shop? I don't know why I'm obsessed with knowing that you worked at that radio shop.
Strathfield Car Radios. That was the thing that was the name of a suburb in Sydney. Strathfield Car Radios, but then it became a chain, and they still just called it by the suburb,
regardless of where it was.
So Strathfield.
Strathfield.
So that was a suburb of Sydney you lived.
Yeah.
Strathfield was a suburb. I worked in the Artarmon Strathfield Car Radios.
Where's that?
The northern beaches of Sydney.
What street was it on? I'm really curious.
Why?
I don't know.
That's hilarious.
You think I made this up?
No.
But you don't know anything about Australia.
Here's what it is. When guys talk about stuff like that, like it's a world, like it's a separate life.
Right.
And I'm like, where is this fucking place? Like, I can't comprehend being there.
Right.
No, I believe you.
There it is. No, it was on the Pacific Highway.
Can we Google map the actual location so you can get a picture of it?
Strathfield Car Radios Artarmon was the one. I also worked at the Brookvale store.
And where's that? Brookvale.
Brookvale is near Manly. Near Manly Beach or whatever. Manly Beach is a beautiful beach in Sydney, but it's named Manly because Captain Cook, who discovered Australia, went, "Don't those black men look manly?"
Wow, what a
fruit!
Good thing Anthony didn't discover it.
No, that beach would be called today.
Yeah. Let's go to N-word.
Yeah,
beach.
exactly. With fucking before it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, wow, there it is.
I gotta go home.
There it is.
All right, see you in a bit.
I'll see you on the train.
All right, enjoy.
Yeah,
Have fun in
seeing you, man.
Bafuston. Enjoy. Have a good Easter. Happy Easter to all the fucking Christians, the real religion out there.
That's not the one I worked at, but that's one's in Parramatta, so that'll... This is a boring conversation.
No,
Fuck it, I
was
love
curious.
it. I love it.
Well, Caroline's April 11 through 14. Fucking Magooey's in stupid Baltimore, 19 and 20 of April. I'm doing the Austin Comedy Festival, the Moon Tower Comedy Festival, April 27th to Saturday. Plenty of tickets available.
Tickets.
And then, fucking whatever. Stress Factory Memorial Day weekend.
What did you do before you were a comic, Jim?
Worked in warehouses.
Right.
Forklift operator.
Where?
No, I don't mean like that. But
No, where with all?
It's always every good comic I've ever met who knew they were going to make it as a comic.
Yeah.
Was just the worst employee at another job right before it.
Yeah.
I was the worst.
Yeah. Terrible.
I got fired. The only time in my life I was ever fired was from Lacoste Lamps. And it's because I was going out and doing gigs for $25 and I would just be too tired to go to work the next day. So they fired me.
I would talk about it all the time. I was terrible because I wanted to do radio. I honestly wanted to do radio or have my band kind of do something. I did not want to work for a living, so I did just enough work to not be fired, and even that I pushed it on a daily basis.
I was the worst employee ever. I would find areas where speakers were stacked up where I could hide.
Yeah. Go to sleep
in the shop, like hide. I remember I remember one time being drunk and showing up and doing that. I've just been drunk fart that just fucking
permeated the whole place.
Like so I've walked up one end of the store, like, all right, I'm gonna go do a fart down this end of the store away from everyone. And then this woman comes in, she's after something, and then the manager walks over and like, Jim will help you out with that. And I've gone,
oh no.
Don't walk over here.
Oh, no.
She's walked over like, I just need the speakers for my, oh, my. And like, that's oh, my God.
How embarrassing.
And I'm just standing there in my fart. Just
Finding places to sleep was a talent on job sites and stuff. Construction sites was pretty good. If there was a big stack of fucking sheetrock or something next to a wall, you could crawl in between there, pile something up to lay down and make a pillow out of and just pass the fuck out. Yeah.
I would get a friend to ring up the store and go, I need this type of speaker that I knew was out of stock in our store, and that he'd be coming over to get it, and then I'd drive to the other store to pick it up just so I could
get out of there.
Just so I could have an hour to myself.
Driving around,
right?
yeah.
And then I'd just dick around the city, and then I'd get my friend to ring back up and go, actually, I'm not going to buy that. And then the boss would ring me, you can come back to the store. You don't have to get it. I'm not going to buy it. Just so I could have 30, 40 minutes to myself. Like it was that elaborate just so I could do nothing.
Yeah, clever ways to avoid working. Yeah. Fuck. I hated it. And I knew, like, I needed to know that I was going to do something else. Because the thought of doing sheet metal work for the rest of my life was not even an option.
Do you ever remember when you told people you're going to be in radio or a comedian or what have you? I remember working in a bar in London and going, I'm going to be a comedian soon. And they'd never seen me perform. And everyone's like, sure.
Yeah.
That sounds like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I remember telling my parents I was going to be a comedian. My parents, to this day, have never laughed at a single fucking thing I have said. and when they think I'm a very unfunny human being,
right.
and to go to them, I'm going to be a comedian, and just that look of,
really?
All right.
People think you're going to make people laugh?
My dad would come and watch me perform in front of a couple of thousand people. He'd be in a theatre and see, and then afterwards go, just be bemused that those people were laughing. Like he'll just be like, really?
What do they laugh at?
He'll say things like, they seem to enjoy it. Will be what he'll say. Oh, my parents like Dame Edna Everage is like the pinnacle for them. You know her?
No.
It's Barry Humphries. It's a fucking he's a drag queen comedian.
Oh no.
I just got a text.
Wow.
Legit has been announced for a second season.
There it is. Big announcement. Big announcement right there.
That's breaking news.
Breaking news. Very good. Congrats.
Amazing. They say that right at 10.
Jim Jeffries. right at 10 on the nose.
Yeah, 10 on the nose.
That's great.
Wow.
Wow, that's very cool. Very good.
Now I got to write the fucking thing.
Shit. Well, you already got the fucking retards. And the funeral.
Retards carrying a coffin.
Yeah.
And that, I reckon I could space that out into a two-parter.
Oh, now it'll write itself.
All the funny things they do with they go tobogganing with it.
Basically, season 2 is going to be Weekend at Bernie's with Down syndrome people.
Right. Wow, that would be funny.
Actually, that isn't a bad
Gotta tell you, that's not a bad idea. I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving. The after show is coming at what? This?
Oh, yeah.
You want to read it?
Go ahead.
I got one. You got to read it.
What's it for?
Oh, you want to read it, Jim?
Sure.
All right, we're out, are we?
Oh, not quite yet.
If you liked 40-Year-Old Virgin and Knocked Up, well, you're going to love it. This is 40. The latest comedy from Judd Apatow. We had Judd in for this. This is 40 looks in on the lives of Pete and Debbie, played by Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann, a few years after the events of Knocked Up. After years of marriage, the couple struggles to balance romance, careers, their own aging parents, and their now teenage and 8-year-old daughters. All this while trying to figure out how to enjoy the rest of their lives. This is 40 features an all-star cast including Megan Fox, John Lithgow, Jason Segel, Melissa McCarthy, Lena Dunham, Graham Parker, and Albert Brooks. This is 40 is an honest, candid, and heartwarming comedy about the challenges and rewards of marriage and parenthood in the modern age. This is 40. It takes us through Pete and Debbie's milestone meltdown as they each turn 40 while trying to navigate sex, romance, career triumphs, financial hardships, and everyday life. This is 40. It's a very funny movie. Own it with digital download where you can watch it anytime with Movies on Demand 28 days before Netflix or Redbox. That's Judd Apatow's This is 40.
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM.